the myth, the legend. Who are you?
Not sick anymore, baby. Just acute bronchitis. So I guess all right, man. Hello.
My boy in the building, man. We have the special guest of episode 8. God dang, man. Who is you, man?
I be DrewBearded, man. How are you?
My boy Drew in the building, man. Oh my God, it's a pleasure to have you in here, man. Oh my God.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited, dude. Let's go.
Yo, it's about to get lit, man. We got about 8 questions to ask you, man. Are you ready for these questions right now?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go. First one. Where did you get your name DrewBearded from?
It was a happy accident. So
Happy accident.
it was. I when I first started my streaming journey, I was going by Bearded Drew Games. I know, very original, because I was like, hey, I'm gonna put on a show and I'm gonna be playing games, and I go by Drew, and I have a beard, so
Right.
Bearded Drew Games, right?
Right.
And then that was taken on Twitter. Because I obviously set everything up in place before I actually went live for the first time, and so I looked for Bearded Drew Games, and they were like, oh, it's already taken. And I was like, ah, but we have these, and DrewBearded came up as the first one with no, and I was like, I'm DrewBearded on Twitter, and then it just spawned from there. And then about, I don't know, 4 or 5 months into the journey, I switched everything over to DrewBearded, and I've been DrewBearded ever since.
Sounds good.
Perfecto.
That's all it is, man. And so what do you name your viewers?
My viewers, I call them my beardies, just because I feel anything that ends in like ease are like cute.
That is such a cute name, man.
Oh my God! Hold on. I'm sorry.
That is such a cute name, the Beardies, bro. I bangs with
They're
it,
the
man.
beardies. I love
I
them.
bangs with it, bro. You know what? Once I hear Beardies, I don't know why, but you ever remember the little bird from freaking what do you call it? The Snoopy dude, Snoopy, the little chitty
Woodstock?
thing. Yeah, he comes out of the beard. I don't know why. Tweety Beardy. I don't know. All right, well that's
Bro,
dog.
if you would have called me that in stream, I'd have been like, excuse me, what the fuck did you just call me?
They called you a Beardy, boy. Yo.
In the environment, in the show, you would have been like, all right, I can buy that. I can buy that.
I can dig it, yo. I bang with it.
I'd have been like,
Come on, man. I'm a girl.
I'm like, okay. He's
I'm a
not like,
grown-ass dude playing Nintendo games like Pokemon. Come on, man.
Pokemon
Bearded,
is
it
legendary.
works. It works.
Legendary.
It does work.
Legendary.
I like that.
So Drew, where are you from, man?
I am originally born and raised in Connecticut, but I spent most of my adult life in New York City.
Oh, Brooklyn
Close
boy,
to us.
Harlem.
Close to us.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Mhm.
So did you like Connecticut or do you like New York? Like which
No.
one do you like better?
No.
No. Oh.
Like, no offense to any of my Connecticut brethren, but I wanted to leave there so bad. I remember like being a kid and just like doing everything in my power to plan on how I was going to make my escape. I just couldn't stand it. Looking back as an adult though, I had a good childhood. My parents made it possible for me to have nice things and good experiences for what I was given. I was just a stubborn little dick sometimes. Which
Right.
I'm sure my parents my parents would deny that, but no, I know better. I know myself better.
They raised you well, man. Look at you now. Look at you. Funky
They
fresh.
did all right for sure.
Funky fresh, dressed to impress, ready to party. You look good, man, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate you, my
Just
friend.
look at you, man.
He said you look
at
good.
Hey, look at him, man. He's like, I'm a classy man. Yo,
That
that
boy the blazer. You know what I mean? You
Yo.
gotta present yourself.
is
You never know
fly,
who's
man.
watching.
Big facts, man.
Good, man.
And I like your hair color up top too. How you got that mixed in? It's pretty fun.
Yes, this has been a
you-
fun adventure up here.
Do you change colors a lot, or
I
how-
do. Well, I changed more last year, but this year I have more like of a theme going on.
Okay.
Last year I did purple, red, orange, green. I think that. Oh, and red and green for the holidays.
Oh,
And
cool.
now I'm back to purple, which is the OG color. That was the first color I did for the channel. And then the next big change I'm going to make is going to be rainbow for Pride Month in June. I'm going to actually match my logo that I switch over to.
Cool.
That is going to be dope, bro. Can't wait for that.
I can't wait. I'm really excited. This is the most my hair has ever changed colors in my entire life, because when I was younger, I wasn't really allowed to do it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I think the closest I ever got was I did a children's theater show, and like they had that tone-in color that you could do, but that was it. It was gold and it was glittery and lame.
Right. What do people like it at work when you go to work?
Oh my gosh, yeah. It took them a minute to realize that my hair was a different color, because I guess everybody's looks at the beard and they're like, "Oh my gosh, your hair's different." I'm like,
right?
Yeah, it is, and everybody loves it. I get like so many compliments from the people I work with, that work with me and I work with in the thing that I do.
Right. Do they know that you stream, that you entertain?
My coworkers do, yes. And if it comes up in conversation with the people I work with, I do let them know what I do. They're usually like, "Oh, what's Twitch?"
Right.
And I explain to them. Yeah, but believe it or not, as superfluous as Twitch has become, there are still people that don't know what it is.
I met someone in my stream about 2 weeks ago who, like, I gifted him a sub, and he was a younger viewer though. I gifted him a sub, and he was like, "This isn't gonna charge my parents money," and I was like, "Oh, you really don't know about Twitch?" He was like, "No, I really don't." I thought he was joking. I get trolled so much by people that you just don't know. So I'm just like, he was dead. He was diehard serious. He didn't know what VIP was. He didn't know what the gift sub was. He didn't know what anything was. So I just walked him through just everything. Best of
On the bright side, though, you have to commend his parents, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, because they're monitoring and taking care of like what their child is consuming online. The fact that you didn't know, that's a pretty cool thing.
Definitely.
Basically, you're telling me I'm gonna be a shitty parent. Okay.
No,
Hey!
no. I'm just saying,
you're wild, man.
You gotta give credit where credit's due. You gotta give credit where credit's due.
I'm just gonna look at my son. I'm just gonna be like, don't tell your mother.
Is there
It's
any
whatever.
breastises? No breast. All right, you good.
No, I don't know. It's just it's always been weird to me. Have you ever met that parent that's like, "Yeah, my kid isn't allowed to play Grand Theft Auto"? You ever met that parent?
I have.
In the past, yeah.
Isn't it weird to you? Have your parents ever stopped you from playing like a video game? My mom didn't. And I'm not saying I'm not dumb, because I'm dumb at times, but I mean, I'm not saying I'm hurting people. I'm not out hurting people. I don't believe violent video games make you violent. But,
right.
I mean, my mom didn't really give a shit that I was playing Grand Theft Auto. She was just all like, "Oh, you could do that? Okay." It was just always weird going to GameStop, and this was when you needed your. And I said, once again, I'm asking for your support here. I need you to help me purchase this mature game. And you know, the rep would always go over and be like, the game's got this, and my mom, I know my mom, and then I'll look at her, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm like, dude, you just fucked me, man. Come on, please don't go by like this. And then she was like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. Well, I don't know, because whenever I gotta like help someone pick, I hate helping people pick out games. And this lady was like, well, what do you play? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, I play this, and this is what happens. I met this one lady who wouldn't even let her kid play Fortnite because it had guns in it. And I'm just like, there's not even no fucking blood in Fortnite, though. But there's not any fucking blood in Fortnite. It's like, it's so cartoony, you won't even see like any other vibe. I don't know. He was really good at Fortnite, though, I'll tell you that. He was really good. He showed me a video. He was really good.
Like, I feel the same way. Like when my daughter watches me play like Realm Royale and Fortnite, those two I feel okay letting her watch, just because it's all cartoons. You know what I mean? You see like Bugs Bunny getting the anvil dropped on the head. Like those games, I don't mind.
True.
But Grand Theft Auto, I kind of have an issue with, and I'm thankful my mom didn't let me play that, just because at 13, I don't really think I needed to see the fact that you could take a hooker into your car, have your way with her, and then beat the hell out of her with a bat for your money back. Like, I don't think that's something like a 13-year-old me needed to see. But I get it, though. Like, especially if parents are seeing that you're home safe, because that was a big thing for me, right? Growing up, like, my parents were very concerned that I wasn't going to get into any trouble. Now, me being who I am, I didn't want to get in trouble anyway. I hated to get in trouble. Like, even the idea of getting in trouble now, like, raises the hair on the back of my neck.
Right.
I always want to, like, keep my ducks in a row. And so the fact that my parents or any parent in the world understands that, hey, yeah, it may look like they're playing a violent video game, but it could be much worse. Like, they could be out taking meth or bath salts or like assaulting somebody that they don't need to, like shooting off at the mouth at the wrong person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's that double-edged sword. You know, at least they're safe inside the house doing an activity rather than causing trouble somewhere.
Word. So beating up the hookers in the game is better than beating up the hookers in real life on Market Street.
Yes,
exactly.
I would say that.
Especially on Market Street, they fight back.
Word, man. They might even steal your car. It's like, nah. All right, so, Drew,
Yes.
what made you start making the content you're making today?
Whew.
And what do you make? Because I'm not too familiar. We had a little post talk, but I want to know what content you make. Too,
yeah,
as well,
absolutely,
so I'm
absolutely.
familiar
So I come from a musical theater background, right? So my approach to everything that I create is how to entertain my audience. What will make me as enjoyable to watch for the amount that they're choosing to watch me, whether it be on Twitch, YouTube, Byte now, Instagram, Facebook, wherever it is.
Right.
And so I just want to be known as a beacon of light that you can enjoy for however long you'd like. And just stopping in to say hello, just a chill environment. And right now, what made me do that was Twitch has always like kind of intrigued me because I knew it was there, but I never really did any research on it and like as far as what it was, right?
Right.
And so as I was talking to a coworker who now we're really, really good friends. And I was like, so what's this Twitch thing? What is it all about exactly? And he was telling me more about like the community aspect of it. And building an audience, and it's a live show, and you literally it's almost not about the video game you're playing, which took me aback because I literally thought it was you turn on live and you play this video game and people watch you. And then as I continued the first month of me doing my research, I was like, oh, there are different shows for different folks. Like, you can do pretty much whatever you want, and there's basically a show for everyone.
Yeah.
And the way it was laid out attracted me because I have a musical theater background. So in my 20s, I was on the audition grind. I would audition for shows and do shows off Broadway, try to get on Broadway, do cruise ships, all this fun stuff. I don't know if you hear my wife in the background. She's actually a music teacher, and she's singing with my daughter. We just got Frozen 2.
I was about to say, yeah, that's legendary.
I can hear it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't ever really like to ask people what's going on.
No, it's all good. It's all good. They're a part of my show as well. And so seeing the way Twitch is laid out, that's actually how I make an analogy for folks that want to know what I do. I'm like, Twitch is the equivalent to musical theater. YouTube is the equivalent of the movies. And so you sound good.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna fucking cough again.
The coronavirus is taking him over. The coronavirus is taking him over. Yes.
Oh shit, man! I need a hose.
Had to throw that
I
in there
am.
real quick.
I just have this very bad cough, man. It's. Oh my goodness. Keep going. I love the story. I love singing. I sing all day long. It doesn't matter. I love it.
It's one of the easiest ways I can express myself. That's why I was super stoked about Twitch Sings.
She's snapping. I heard her that time. She's snapping.
Yeah, they're up there dancing.
Really
Like I said, we just got Frozen 2 because it came out on everywhere digital, and my daughter was super stoked. So I'm letting them have their moment. I can't be like, shut up there. That'd be terrible.
Get a broomstick. Do.
Oh, I did that on the ceiling. I got tiles up there, man.
Tell her, be like, it isn't 9 o'clock yet.
But yeah, pretty much it was the allure of being able to do a live show again. And then pretty much I had creative control over everything, which was incredible to me. Because when you do a show, you're at the mercy of like the producers, the directors, what they want to see, what they want you to evoke from the audience at any given time. Where in this environment, like whatever idea that comes into my head, I could produce it and put it out there into the world, which for me is really, really important, because I tried not to be creative for a little while. Just live your traditional life, like have the family, have the 9 to 5, and really kind of be like, oh, I had my time in my 20s to do like all the stuff that I dreamed of and audition and do the grind and all that. Now is the time for me to grow up and be an adult, so to speak.
You're fucking speaking to my soul right now. You got ghosts?
What happened?
Hello.
Sorry.
You said I was speaking to your soul right now.
You were speaking to my soul.
That makes me happy. Because that's one of the things I love, relating to people and sharing experiences in our own way.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things I want to do as the channel evolves into the beast that it will grow into. One of the things I want to do is I want to do like a late night show, and like almost like a Jimmy Fallon or a Jimmy Kimmel, all that fun stuff.
That'd be cool.
Obviously, I got to tweak it a little bit, because you and I had this conversation previously, Kaz, when Kai, when I was when we were talking about perfectionism and being prepared and being on the same page.
That's what I literally told you when we were talking about that. I said I could be so, number one, when I wrote you in the messages, one thing I like, excuse me, and I talk about all the time, I like being able to, I could talk to anyone, I could be anyone's friend. It's very easy. It's really hard trying to relate to people. Everybody does things in their specific way. Me personally, like I told you in that message, I am a perfectionist. If you can't tell, even looking behind you, like, just, it's not me showing off, it's me being realistic with you. Look how well organized everything is. Like, I can point without looking and tell you where everything is, because I believe that if it's not done perfectly or done right, then it shouldn't have been done at all. Like, and I kind of sound a little hypocritical. It's just something small. So I hung my nano leaves crooked the other day, and my girlfriend came in and she was like, they're kind of crooked. And I was like, they're not crooked, they look perfect. And then I'm like, I literally had to stand back for at least 30 minutes to look, and I'm just like, okay, they are crooked. So I had to take them apart, hang them back up, and it took me like 5 tries, because it just had to be perfect. And what people don't understand is, I don't try to be a perfectionist on purpose. I try to be a perfectionist because if it's not done properly the first time, if I have to second guess it, then I don't want it. And I've done that with YouTube videos too as well, where I come up with these good ideas, blase, and I'm like, yeah, this could have been done. And then I'm like, well, why didn't I do it? Then I just get rid of the video. It was just a waste of time. Same thing with branding. I remember going through so many different brandings. I'm just all like, okay, I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to get this done, and I get it done. And then I'm like, holy shit, this thing is ugly, man. And then I'm just like, okay, now I'm going to start over. Like, I'm finally getting it all done right now. Like, everything has just been going great so far. So it's just all been going right. It's just, the more I pride myself and the more I keep it going and I keep it pushing, then that means I know I'm doing good. I mean, I always got Howard in my ear anyway, telling me what's good, what isn't, what should be done, what shouldn't be done. And majority of the time, I will say this, and I do tell it to him, just not in front of the camera, but I always give credit where credit is due. 9 times out of 10, when I'm worried about something so small that I shouldn't worry about, he's right. He tells me don't do it, but it's just that thought. If I didn't do it right the first time, and then I go back and I don't worry about it later on, I'm gonna be like, this shit is ugly. And then I'm going to be right back to square one worrying about it when I could have just worried about it the first time and been done. That's it.
Yeah. No, I feel that perfectionism hard. As I'm getting older, I think one of the biggest pieces of this journey I've learned so far is, for as much of a perfectionist as I am, I've been teaching myself to push that line aside, if that makes sense. Because in my, like even in my theater days and whatnot, I discovered about myself that I held myself back so much in trying to make everything just right that I didn't produce nearly the amount of result that I would have loved to share with everyone. Because when I first started producing any type of online content, it was like a YouTube. I would do like covers and stuff like that because I was doing musical theater. So I would sing like everything, every hour of every day, every minute I could spare. And so I was like, well, I love to sing and I want to sing these pop songs. So let's effing sing them. And like, it would take me weeks to release maybe like one video. I tried to do like vlogs, but I had to get it just right. So it literally took me 2 days to like
Can
do
vouch.
those edits.
Vouch.
And
So strongly.
Yeah, and it's grueling and it's taxing emotionally because when I wouldn't get it right in my eyes, I would do exactly like throw it away. It was just like, why did I even spend that time on this product that I'm not even just spent hours working on this piece that's nothing. So now my approach to it, not only is it even more positive, it's just like, I'm just going to put it out there. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to know anything unless people see it. Yeah. And so far, this time has been working very, very well. I feel like a lot of things are landing, and I'm learning more than I could have if I just hid it away and like worried about some cut that didn't look right or didn't match up properly. Which I'm really enjoying.
Yeah, and I feel like that is something what I kind of do, like that perfection. I never ever said I was like a perfectionist at all. I kind of just went for it. If it looks right, then it looks right. If it doesn't, down the line, I'll fix it gradually. Kind of like me and Kai always talk about. One step at a time. Don't try to like rush things or just.
He tries to drill it in my head, and I try so hard to listen to him. I don't think I try so hard to listen to him. Like I want to listen to him, but I can't. It's so hard.
It's like ingrained in you. It's ingrained in you. That's okay. That's okay.
Just a part. I don't know. I look at a bunch of people who I idolize, who I know have done it wrong at the beginning. There's been some stuff, but now they're doing it right, and some stuff that I don't know. It's just there. It's just what I do, and I try to get better at it.
It's a part of what makes you you, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like you never should discredit that at all. It's a part of your charm, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that 100%. Like I have the A6000, the camera that Kai has. I just didn't like my lens. And I'm not just going to be like, well, at one point I was going to throw away this monitor, and I was going to throw away this monitor and like my other camera lens. But I just said, never mind. I got my old Logitech. I still got the same monitor, but like instead of like I just went back to the basics. Got my old camera, which still looks good, but like. I'm not going to just, set back because like I could like not stream or, not use webcam because my webcam doesn't look good. And that's what I
used to do.
Yeah. Like, I used to like, I know there's some people that's like, all right, my cam's not good, so I'm not going to use webcam, something like that. But like, gradually, things, just like your setup, it's just like, it's a work in progress. You're all a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, just go with the flow. I feel
absolutely. I think one of the best pieces of advice that I had in this thing at the beginning was, as long as your audio is solid, you can always get another camera or use another camera. They don't want to hear cheese graters on a dog whistle, like because it doesn't matter if you got that 4K crispy view on that 60 frames per second. If you sound like a cheese grater on a dog whistle, they're going to turn away from you.
Exactly, definitely. Man. It's definitely a part of the puzzle that needs to be solved immediately. But, yeah, because it kind of all works together. It definitely kind of all works together. All right. Mm-hmm. So, Drew, how do you manage to balance your life of what you do creatively? Like the way you have a family. You have like I one time I seen like your scenes. You have like different like 30 scenes for different occasions on each game. You have a whole week setup of an image of like each game you're gonna play that like that like that week, you have a morning IG thing where you say, hey, Beardies, you tell them about your morning. You tell them like you just have it all structured, and you put off the content while maintaining that balance. How do you do that, man?
I don't sleep.
Bro,
bottom line, I don't sleep. My wife gives me hell all the time, and she's giving me the look of death right now because I don't sleep. I don't sleep when I should be in bed. I'm working on some edit that I need to do. When I should be napping, I'm working on some edit or some project that I'm working on for the future, making sure the stream is right.
Inspiration.
It's just, it's knowing my limits, to be 100% honest with you. For the majority of my month, I will push it. And I know it's not the most healthy thing in the world, but I will push it until my body tells me no.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, hit me.
This is why I vouch with this. So whenever the stream ends, it can be the smallest thing. My computer could need an update. I won't go to bed yet with my girlfriend because I have to wait because the computer needs an update. And I know it bothers her like a motherfucker. Like, it bothers her. Like, I know it does. And then here's another kicker. When you want to give your wife and or girlfriend that time, shut the fuck up. Like, there was last week before I got sick was an incredible week for streaming. Like, it was incredible. And I got a bunch of new people in the Discord. And I love when my Discord's going up. I love when everyone's interacting. I love it. It makes me smile. But they just wouldn't shut the fuck up at night. And I wanted to jump in the conversation and just conversate with them all. But I'm like, bro, like, I have a girlfriend. Like, I can't. And then I feel bad because even late at night when I want to just snuggle and go to bed, I'm on YouTube watching all my favorite people make stuff, and I'm just gathering. I'm just soaking in the information. Like, I'm just like, okay, soaking it. And then what's another good one? I'm just constantly just talking to people. Like, my graphics guy, I'm constantly talking to him. Then there's other people. Like, I met a guy at a car wash who does YouTube, who does videos on his Tesla, and he has a company where he does some stuff with Amazon and other stuff too. He was explaining it to me because I went the extra mile and talked to him. I got his business card, and he needs help. He needs a camera guy that knows their way around their camera, and he wanted to do business too as well. So we have to talk about that too. It's just like, in this realm of this world, like, I try to tell my girlfriend wants to do makeup for YouTube, and she's amazing at it. My girlfriend does crazy good makeup. She gets compliments every time we go out. Her nails, her makeup, it doesn't fucking matter. She gets a compliment on it. And I love it because she's really good at it. And I bought her ring light. We were getting her stuff set up. We're getting her little setup up, and I want her to do it. And I'm not trying to use it as an excuse because I know it'll sound that way. I'm basically trying to show her the same shit that I'm doing is what you're going to have to do
if you want to be successful.
If
yeah,
you want to grind and make it a job.
And I know not everyone has the same mindset as me or Raz or you. Like, it'll be a hobby for her, but if she's doing good at it, I'm gonna look at her and I'm like, well, what the fuck are you doing? Because you might as well just make it a if you're this successful. Like, she has so much good ideas when she talks about it and she knows what she's saying. I'm just like, okay, she wants me to do a voiceover for a video. I want to do the video, so I need to try to take time away from myself to give the time to her so I can help her with it. And I feel like having an entertainment family would be interesting. You got one guy that live streams and does a bunch of stuff here, and then you have the lovely lady that does makeup and all this extra stuff here. Like, nothing will please me more than, trust me, I care about my success, but nothing will please me more than to see her successful and her doing what I have to do, only because I want to tell her, I told you so. That's the only reason why. I just want to be like, I told you.
Right, man. All right, Drew. So, do you have any future plans? Like, what's your future plans that you're currently doing right now?
My future plans, I don't want to say they're up in the air because truthfully that would be a lie. I do have like a trajectory that I want to hit. Like by the end of the year, if we're talking numbers, I want an aligning number count. Like I want the same amount of followers that I have on Twitch that I have on Twitter.
Okay.
If we're talking about subs, like right now I have I'm at about 51 subs, I think last I checked. Could be 48 now, I can't remember.
Okay.
I have a goal to shave my beard live on stream. So that's in the future.
Oh,
That's going to be legendary.
No.
The legendary
Beards-
beard. We'll
beards
go to
got
sleep
thick.
real quick. We'll go
So, and what's your sub goal for that again?
500.
500.
Maybe,
That
maybe
is a milestone, bro.
Yeah.
That is a
but, it
milestone.
can, but it can be done.
That's what I'm saying,
can.
man. I that's what I was telling him before, man. I said DrewBearded, he's definitely an entertaining streamer, bro, and that is achievable for him, man. He's on a great start as of right now, as you can see. Like he's really good at what
Thank
he
you.
does. And
I checked
pretty
my
great.
year-over-year stats, and I ended in the green as of my 1 year mark for streaming. And
right.
by ending in the green, I mean views per stream, audience engagement.
Right.
There's a gnome. I think it's like little gnome or source gnome, something gnome in the title. You can take a look at your channel stats and how you're doing. And that to me, the fact that I ended in the green for my first year doing this, that was a win for me.
How long have you been
That is
streaming? Just
awesome,
1
man.
year?
My 1 year was January 25th.
Oh, okay, cool.
Congrats, man.
Shit. I've been
Thank you
doing
very
this.
How,
I've been doing this shit for too long, man. Oh my
Uh,
god.
and how's it been for that 1 year?
It's been great. I was positively received right from the get-go. I think I've taken a lot of good moves, a lot of good collaboration opportunities. I've been minding my P's and Q's online, so that's actually been a fun practice,
Right.
if you will, because you have to know when to talk and when to shut up. If I'm being perfectly blunt.
Maybe I need to know
Right.
when to shut up because I know when to talk.
It's a very, very fun game to play, especially with everybody has an opinion to express.
Yeah.
And I'm all about respecting folks' opinion, as long as they're respectful. But there are some tweets that I see online, and I'm like, you really thought you hit send on that? Like you really thought that was a good idea?
Bro,
Facts.
people send dick pics to girls, and they're like, okay, this is gonna work. Look,
No
okay,
good.
look,
No
Look.
good.
look. I've talked to a lot of girls in my time. Okay, a lot of girls. Okay, I've always been a gentleman to girls. I've never really been the type that has been like, all right, click. Hope this shit works. Yo, I've never.
one-eyed monsters looking at you.
But I used to. Me and Raz, we have this best friend. His name's Kyle. I always like to mess with him. Always says he has a pink one. I just like fucking with him. Always says he has a turkey wiener, bro. I just love saying it, bro, because he gets real bright pink. Kyle, I fucking love you, man. I swear, I really do. I just love that.
Then you say the pink plastic bullworm or something?
Yeah,
Off of SpongeBob, bro.
We used to all go over each other's houses, and we were in Kyle's backyard swimming, and I told him he had an elastic bullworm dick. Yeah, oh my god, bro! It just popped in my. I don't know. I love my friends. I try my hardest to demolish everybody. And look, people pulled a shotgun out on me too, so it's okay. I ain't gonna say no fucking names, but
Anyway, all right. So, Drew, what content are you currently making now?
So I currently have a couple of things going on. I do some stuff with my daughter, which I love to do. We have a show called Greatness Creates that's on our YouTube. And she basically, I let her pick all of the features of any of the character creation games. So far, we've done like Stardew Valley, we've done DC Universe Online, she went on a shopping spree. This was actually one of the more fun ones to make. She went on a shopping spree in my game of Pokemon Sword because I had I had already beaten the game, so I had all the money in the world.
Right.
And so she went on a shopping spree there. So that's been really, really fun. She loves making them. She dresses up in all of her princess dresses. Right. And then she just pretty much tells me what to do for the character, and I make it, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful creations because it's the exact opposite of what she like embodies. She's like a little princess. She's my baby, but she makes these terribly ugly characters. Like, oh my gosh, if you see Snow White, the character she made for my playthrough of Outer Worlds, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, girl had like a bang cut with shoulder length hair and a beard, and it was a girl. It was it was a very interesting choice for her. My Facebook exclusive content would be another show with her called Morning Thoughts. It's literally maybe about a minute of her saying the first thing that comes to mind. Or like this past one for Valentine's Day, she heard Love Lockdown by Kanye West for the first time in her entire life. And she was like, Daddy, I like this song. And I was like, it's a good song. So I literally filmed about a minute of her just dancing to the beat, and it's just the cutest thing in the world. So I posted that up, and her show is called Morning Thoughts, and it's split up into seasons. Because I touched on this with you, Raz. I never want her to feel like she has to film a video with me. I want it to be something that we can share together and do together as a father-daughter duo and have fun with it. Yeah, so those are the projects that I work on with her. And then for the solo projects, which still include the family, I've got my Twitch show. I air 4 nights a week, and it's at a specific time. And I play primarily Nintendo games, but then I have Jackbox party nights on Friday nights where anybody can join in. And then I've got my Pokemon community nights and all that fun stuff. Each show has its own name.
Might have to get in on that with you.
Yeah, please do. Every Wednesday, that's Pokemon community night on the channel. Okay. And then anybody can we can do max raids, we can do battles, whatever you guys want. It's pretty much the gamut. Like, I have my own goals and stuff, but if I can play with everybody involved, I'm all for it.
Yeah, man, I'll definitely love to do that with you.
Yeah, it'd be so much fun. It'd be so much fun to have you. On the YouTube side of things, I'm still figuring that out. Like, besides Greatness Creates and the Morning Thoughts seasons, I was posting like my playthroughs and whatnot, but because I added song requests to my channel, I was like, it's not worth it. It's not worth like the mutes and having to cut it up, and like that's my Twitch exclusive content, right? You want to come see me play a video game, you come and hang out on Twitch, you watch me live. That's my show. Right. The other thing I just took a crack at was an unboxing or unwrapping video, because I got art sent to me by a couple of viewers.
Keep doing those.
That's dope.
If I could say one thing about doing those, I watch a lot of people unbox stuff, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I wanted to be just like them, but I said I can't be like them. I gotta be like me. So what I do is I just call it, instead of unboxing, for me, I call it upgrades. Everyone knows me because of my office. And people like when I add stuff to this office because I always show it off. I always get a good compliment everywhere. So basically, there's an extra desk right here that you can't see. I have an Elgato bar stand where my camera mounts on it, and I just face the camera down, just use my hands in the video, and just talk about what I got, why I bought it, what does it do for me, does it improve my day-to-day life, is it just for the office? Then I give it a rating, and then that's it. I dig that, dude.
Yeah,
and they're really fun to not only film, but really fun to make, because you can just add your own twist to it.
Definitely.
I think there's just this almost wall that we put up, like myself included, like, oh, I can't make that content because X, Y, Z reason, whether it's been done before or, oh, I just won't be good at it.
Doesn't fucking matter. Yeah. Put your own spin to it. That's all you got to do.
Put your own spin on it, and honestly, practice makes better. Yeah. You know, it's always a work in progress. Like my Instagram content, for example, it's literally quick fire vlogs. Like every day on my way to work, I want to make sure that I'm solid in front of the camera. So I turn on hands free and I just chat about what the day is going to have or what the week is going to bring for the show and all that fun stuff. And it's just a different way to connect with folks while giving me that practice in front of the camera and just not freezing up, because the last thing you want to do is be like in front of the camera filming a video and you're just like,
oh shit, I don't know what to say. I've never been camera shy though. Being in front of the camera has always come so easy to me for like no reason. So it's if I could tell anybody, because I know a lot of people are shy, you just gotta like not think that the camera's there. Like not think that the camera's there, but look at the camera. Whenever I record the sit down with people and I just like, talk about what's been going on, like I'm so calm. Like I talk like everybody is in the room. Like I'll be relaxed, nonchalant, spinning in my chair, just talking. And I'll look at the camera. I'll think. I just keep it going, and that's all you got to do. You're just being yourself. Like that's it. You're not putting on a show. If you're trying to record a video that's an important segment, people will say, all right, make sure you put on a good show. Why the fuck would you put on a good show if it's an important segment? Like if I'm recording a sit down and people want to see it, I'm going to let people know, and this is what we did with this. And hey guys, I got this fantastic news about this. So my goal is to do this. You're just talking as in someone's in the room. That's it. Just make it YouTube appropriate. That's it.
Exactly. Just don't get demonetized as I started a funny video. The funny cut of demonetized.
Yeah, I don't even care about getting demonetized anymore, bro. I just post it, whatever. Like I think the one where I put my pants down for Lita just got demonetized. But like even my memes get demonetized. Like I don't even care. Even if it has music on it, bro, they can dispute whatever they want to. I will post that, John, because it's whatever. Like at this point.
Speaking of that, yeah. I woke up to a cease and desist notification from a tweet that I did back in September.
No good.
That clip doesn't even exist anymore.
They plotting on you.
About what?
There was like a whole slew of links to like music, whether it was like, I think maybe I was playing a playlist or something, and I guess it was in the clip, and I was like, guys, that doesn't even exist anymore. Like you literally linked to a clip that's not there.
No good. Someone's plotting on you.
I just ignored it.
They don't want to see you succeed, Drew, man. They don't want you, man.
Here's the thing. I appreciate that notion. But like at the same time, I don't want to infringe on anybody. I know every artist started somewhere, and that's how I approach this journey, right? I approach this journey as an artist, trying to create something that everybody can enjoy. Right. And when I mean everybody, I want everybody to be able to enjoy my content. I want little Sally, whose mom Jill is worried about what her daughter is looking online, peep into one of my shows and be like, oh, that's okay. It's just some bearded dude in a Pikachu costume. Like, it's not anything to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I can only imagine what fathers tell their sons when I'm playing. I'm like, pick up the fucking gun! Fucking stop! I did that earlier. I have people. It's nice to have something you're known for. Like
it is. Yeah, you're definitely known for your rages, for sure.
I love being known for my rages because people. I had somebody try to tell you I was faking a rage. I'm like, bro, why the fuck would I fake being stuck on something? Why would I throw my game to make you fucking smile? I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to win the game no matter what. Like these rages are birthed. When they flow in my brain and come out my mouth, that you're getting A1 sauce.
Yeah,
okay.
I feel like nowadays though, like in the past, like you used to rage more offline than when you did online. But like now, as you kept going, like as you keep streaming now, your rages are even more outbursts. Like it just comes more. Like,
they just come. I don't even feel them coming.
Yeah, you're just wilding out. But like before, I feel like you used to hold it back a little bit. Cause I'm like, yo, Kai, you rage way more than this. And you used to be like, yeah, I'm just trying to keep it chill. But like now you're like, freaking,
the truth comes out. Yeah. The truth comes out.
When I was
team members need to help me or something.
When I was sick the other day, I was like, hey guys, we're gonna play some COD. I don't know if there's gonna be no rage in the day. And someone in my chat said, "The fuck are you talking about?" And I was like, we're getting on that level now. And I played but 2 minutes of COD, and I was like, yeah, guys, I don't know. It's not going by so good. And everyone was like, yo, are you okay? And I was like, all right, guys, we're going to play some Pokemon. I got on. And I was just like, I was like, yeah, guys, I think I'm just going to get off. And that's when I knew I was sick. Like, I knew it. And then today when I got on and genuinely started playing the game and having fun, as soon as I started raging, I was like, oh, I'm feeling good now. I was like, I'm feeling better now. We're good.
Well, that's good. You have a gauge, right? That's the positive side. You know, like,
I like
when
that.
you should stream, you know, you're going to rage. And then when you're not feeling good, you're literally flipping on Pokemon like, oh, we're going to chill. Like, you know, like you have your own gauge now.
And I tell people, don't expect to come on my stream if you ain't gonna hear me cuss, because we're gonna fucking yell. It's gonna happen.
So your channel's not family friendly, is what you're saying.
Bro, the podcast is barely family friendly, bro. Like,
there we go.
Like, I ignore that when I put the video on YouTube. It's like, is this video family friendly? I'm like, I'll come back to that one last. I'll have to think about it, and then I go and I listen to myself, and I'm like, fuck.
All right.
I'm like, okay, this video is not.
So we have 2 more for Drew here. So, Drew, I kind of changed this one up, but what do you think you offer that other streamers don't offer?
Sexy beard being one of them.
You stop it. You stop it right now. You stop. Stop right now.
I just wanted to give you a compliment. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Tell him some more.
I believe that I offer a consistent beacon of light online to anybody that needs it. I think that I stay true to the brand that I've created, and I want to make sure that whomever pops into the stream knows that they're in a place that is safe, that they won't immediately be judged, and if they want to have a conversation, they can do so without feeling like they are going to be lacerated verbally by anybody.
Yeah.
Because that is it's so rare to find online nowadays. It really, really is, and it's
Definitely.
hard to upkeep that. But I think the most fortunate part about my journey so far is that I've been able to surround myself with a lot of like-minded folks. Like, my mods have my back no matter what, which is amazing. I can't put on a show without at least one of them there, and they do show up, which is I'm very thankful for. The subs of
you're lucky. Yeah, you're real fucking lucky.
I've been very, very blessed. I've been very blessed on this journey. And the reason I say that is even the little things like let's take the change back down to 720p, right? In my first year, I rarely never got that transcoder.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I rarely didn't get it. And so it's just become more and more prevalent lately, and that's why I switched back down. So that's that. I've been very fortunate, but I'm like, I want everybody to be able to enjoy it, and it goes back to that foundation that I've built this upon. I want anybody to be able to come in and enjoy themselves. I don't want them to feel like they have to act any kind of way. And of course, I'm not talking about stupid stuff like racism or bigotry or anything that's like common sense stuff. Like, come on, I'm not gonna deal with that nonsense.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I had one person come into one of my Fibbage games right around the time Avengers came out, and I was like, really, bro? Like, of course, and I had my nephew on as a guest.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? Come on, guys. Like,
what happened in specific? If you don't mind me asking?
So they tried to drop spoilers, which after seeing the movie, I realized they were fake spoilers, but it's still a dick move.
Yeah,
definitely.
I
hear you on that.
did not get on the internet all day when that movie came out. I said, you will not fuck me on this movie, any of you.
And like, the other thing they did, they dropped the N-bomb, and I'm like, guys, I know you can't tell. I know you can't tell, but I'm half black, so let's be real. And you don't need to bring that into my effing chat or my life.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think people understand that when you say one dumb dickhead ass word in your chat, it really kind of throws off the momentum of the stream. Because you never, I always tell people this, you never know who's watching.
Definitely.
a potential sponsor,
Yep.
a person that knows a bigger person. It's all like, hey, we should rate this. You never know. And
Yep.
I try to tell people, relax, calm down. Look, I'm all about being a savage, okay? But my savage meter stays below 70%. Now, off stream, my savage meter goes to 100. That can happen. But that's off stream. See, only person knows what I'm like off stream really is Raz. That's it. But Raz will tell you, though. And I know how he is, too, as well. Raz never brings the dumb shit to his stream. Just like I never bring, we'll bring the funny dumb shit to the stream, but you never bring the dumb shit to the stream because it's your business, it's your workplace, and it's also your baby. You're trying to take care of it. You want to make sure it's maintained. Like, you could be dumb at work, it's fine, you could do that, but you gotta know what to do. And I try to make sure even the new people, they know, hey, chill, use your brain. And you always got someone that'll test you.
Definitely.
Always, no matter
Thankfully,
what.
Thankfully, it's been few and far between when that things of that nature have happened. But it's just there's a big difference between dumb and ignorant, and I try to protect my people from ignorance at all cost. Because look, I'm not the best gamer on the planet, and like my viewers are like, dude, that was a dumb choice. Why did you even take Pokemon for example? I choose the wrong damn type all the time. Same. There was one max raid battle. I literally brought in a level 1 Lapras, and I was like, "That's the right type, but that's the wrong level of Pokemon." Like dumb stuff like that.
Oh, I'd have been in your stream like, you fucking kidding me, Drew?
Yo, no,
I know.
I hear you.
I know. It was an
100% on that,
accident.
yo. I hear you on that, man.
I'm like, bro, it's a fucking level 1.
Yeah.
People say that to me in the battle royales. I mean, I typically have some good people that are like, yo, that was a good move, but here's where you could have did better. And I'll tell people there's days where I'm all about improving on the game and love the feedback, but there's days where someone always has some shit to say. This actually pissed me off one day, and I told Raz, and he told me, he said, well, why the fuck you worried about that anyway? But and there's days where people are like, oh, it's like, bro, get all the sticks and fucking smack you, man. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Fucking burn you anyway.
Yeah, it definitely be like that, man. I could care less about everything and anything, but that's just me. I don't know, but
People don't know my controller's dragging its analog sticks for a reason because all I do is sweat. I'm hot right now. My house is 75 degrees.
I mean, if you turn down that nano leaf in the background, you might be a little cooler.
Look,
turn them down,
look.
rip them off the wall.
The lumens are 1500. They don't burn too hot, okay? And we don't have all the RGB on.
Yo, you got
keep your comments to yourself.
Hey, you brought me here to talk, so talk.
Yo, big Zach. Yo, all right. So, Drew, do you have anything to access?
Do I have anything to ask? How long has
questions?
your journey been? How long have you been doing this?
Right.
Oh man.
All right. So I mean, I'll make it short. 2015, I streamed a little bit with just a mic, no webcam. I was on the floor, whatever, just playing the game, right? And I did with just I played Minecraft and Minecraft and Mortal Kombat. Did that until we got about maybe 1,000-something aliens, I think. Well, at that point, it wasn't aliens. It was just family members. That's what I called my viewers at one point. And then after that, I finally got an Elgato capture card. Same year, 2015, because I was like, all right, 1,000-something, viewers. I was like, that's pretty cool, whatever. So got that done, and then I hooked up the Elgato with the laptop, and dude, was it scuffed? It was just so bad. It looked terrible because my laptop was just bad. But like, it was the most ghetto. It was the most ghetto setup ever. Like, I had the laptop on the ground, the wire was stretched up, my TV was up top, so I was like on the ground looking up, streaming with I had my webcam laptop, and it was bad.
It was like this.
It was so bad.
He said,
it was so bad, right? So I did that for a little bit. Got to about.
You look like Wilson.
It was terrible. So we got to about 2,400 family members at that point, and then I was like, you know what? I stopped. I was like, you know what? Fine, whatever. We're good. I'm just gonna save up for a computer. I think 3 years later, I don't know. Whenever
Because
2015,
we started back up at the same time.
yeah. So 2018 September 1st when I started streaming again, and I had my baby, my CyberPower PC here. You know, I had the monitors, I had everything good, and then from then, that is when I started streaming again until today. So
Wow.
So basically, I just say stop. Basically, I just say until 2018 September is what I really think. This because like some of the aliens came back from 2015. So they're like they've been here for 3 years, about 4 years now, basically waiting for me to come back, which is freaking amazing. You know,
That is
most
really
of
cool.
yeah, most of them are VIPs. Dr. Tail to be exempt, and K, those are really long time aliens that just stuck by and stayed with me since then, and it's been insane. You know, but yeah, so basically 2018 September 1st.
Nice.
Yes.
All
Now,
right.
Kai, now you may talk. Jeez.
To make a long story short, 2012, Hapal capture card, couldn't set it up, begged my brother, learned how to set it up, Call of Duty, stopped, made friends, went outside, got in trouble, came back inside, ditched outside, all day inside video games, got introduced to streaming from an old friend, didn't pay him any mind though. Met Raz, wasn't friends, met Raz again, became close friends. Raz introduced me to streaming, picked up information from Raz, figured out what to buy, figured out how to put it together, figured out how to make it look like a rocket ship. Stopped streaming, made excuses, picked back up again, stopped, made excuses, picked back up again September 1st, same as Raz, bought my first computer, was good, but I said I could do better. Got this beast machine, upgraded the monitors, got the whole chroma set up, added on all the extra necessities, still made excuses in between, but started to grow and got better, to learn a little bit more about myself. Then 2018, 19, good rocky flow, and then end of 2019, great. Going into 2020, phenomenal. In my personal opinion, I think my work ethic when it's come to streaming and putting this thing together has been 10 times far more amazing than before. But like I always tell everyone that asks us that question, seriously, the Raz taught me everything, and then after Raz taught me everything, I started watching more people. Then after that, I just started to figure out what I liked, what would work. And then I'm very clever and crafty, so I like to make things into a pyramid where I'm going to start at the bottom and then raising each level and then making it look great. That's it, really. That's how the journey's been for me.
I dig that. I dig that a lot.
Right. So, Drew, how long have you been streaming for?
So, I first made a Twitch account. I didn't do anything. I think it said something like 2016. So, like, I had an account, but I like never watched anybody. I just wanted to make sure I had the name, like, because my original name on everything when I was doing like music and theater was Vagrant Harmonist, because I was very introspective and thought I knew stuff and like artsy.
Okay, Romeo.
Vagrant Harmonist,
I
yes.
think it was on it.
And obviously nothing effing came of it because I tried and I just didn't get it. So flash forward to 2019, when I was actually it was the end of 2018, because I was like started asking questions and stuff, and I did a lot of research before my first go live, before I hit that live button. So I was learning about overlays and effects and the programs that I was using, and I had this old computer that is like now 11 years old that I was streaming from, and I was like, well, what am I going to need to stream my Switch, and what game am I going to play, and like, is that going to be my primary focus, and what should the camera look like, and what should you be doing, like, are you just playing a video game? All this research. And while I was doing the research, I was starting to blast my name out there, like, hey, I'm going to be streaming on this day. This is going to be the first show of this journey to see if I like it. And that's all stemmed. So let me ask y'all this. How does my computer fall asleep during a Discord call?
Yeah. Yo, all of this. Yo, I thought it was acting up for a second. Yo.
Yo, did anyone see my face? I started panicking. I was like,
what's going on?
I said, oh my God. I said, bro, my computer can't be fucking up right now, bro. I just started panicking so hard. I was like, yo, I was gonna go, I don't even care. Like, yo, I always tell people, tech will work. Tech will work when it wants to work. Like this is the thing about being a perfectionist. Let's take it back. If this was a video that I was making, I would have been like, fuck it, the video's scrapped. I can't do this.
You would want to start it all over. That was like the other podcast. You was like, oh, you said the name out of wrong. Now we gotta start over. No, the show must go on.
I was just being a dickhead at that point.
The show must go on.
So if you don't think your tech will fuck up, you have another thing.
You are correct.
Yeah, your microphone will blow up in your face, in front of your face while you're talking.
You know, I don't mean to be that guy, but I'm glad someone else's shit's fucking up. Because the last podcast, my fucking mic's a piece of shit. And I don't think you guys understand how hard it is to have the money to go get something, but you just don't want to. Okay? It's just so fucking difficult.
It's hard out here, man. It's a recession, bro. You better ask
it is, man. That's the man.
Not wrong.
Look, I got a good discount at Best Buy, but look, they don't carry the Razer Siren X in the store, okay?
Let's talk
I gotta order it. I gotta wait. Let's talk about it, though. $60 off, though.
Hey.
Okay?
Hey.
That's all it is, man.
While the rest of you peasants are out there spending $130 on the Key Light Air, I'm only spending $102. So what's up?
Mm-hmm.
Nano lease for $200. You know what? I got it for $133. I don't gotta spend full price on shit. Tomorrow,
a little louder. I didn't understand what you said.
Tomorrow I get fired. I'm just like, okay.
Remember the thing I said about being peasants? I didn't mean any of that stuff.
I'm like, guys, I am now a peasant.
My man gonna start selling his leaves off his plant.
Get the fuck out of here if you think
start selling them leaves you got going on. Start ripping them Johns off.
Them bitches will stay on the wall. They aren't going anywhere.
So Kai, how do you put them things on your wall? Do you need super glue? What do you need?
It comes with. So it's really convenient. So it comes with 2-sided tape. You just hang. You gotta. So here, hold on. Let me just show you real quick.
Look, you don't have to show me anything. Sorry, no.
Shut your mouth. So it has these little things right here. They're called connectors. You just connect them and you put the 2-sided tape and you just hang them in that like order. A little cord drapes down and you control through the app on your phone. That's it.
Do you have them set up where they react when like something happens on your screen?
I do, but I don't. So I have yet to invest in the Nara Chromie speakers. Chroma? I said Chromie. God. Anyway,
that's on record, by the way.
The audio will have to be emitted out loud in order for it to pick up on the rhythm sync. But it can rhythm sync.
The audio? So you're telling me them things got boom boxes in them as well?
Basically, yeah, they do.
Oh, so it's not Razer Synapse though. It's not Synapse. It's not on Synapse level though.
No, it's not. Well, no, if not, it's a little bit better.
This is a straight up hater. That was a hater comment.
No, we've been doing this. We've been doing this for years, man.
It's not this though.
It's not on Ralph level though. It ain't Ralph though.
Bro, you want me to tell you what he fucking did one time? We was in Nordstrom's. He was like, yeah. He was like, I'm gonna get some Ray-Bans. I look at him. I go, bitch. I'm like, okay. That's all I said. We literally. He'll tell you, we just go to store to stores to store. It's just fun friend shit, though. Just buying shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
All right, and it's... I don't even know what I was going to say. I think it was a sneeze.
No, we don't know. All right, so Drew, do you have anything else to access?
Anything else to add? Go download Byte. I don't work with the app specifically, but if you liked Vine, you'll love Byte.
My man is a sponsor?
Like to make silly videos.
My man is shouting out the sponsor game. Okay. So
no, like I'm not sponsored at all. I just love the app. Like if you loved Vine, like I love creating these 6-second stories for absolutely nobody but my own amusement and it's fun. So download Byte.
Byte
and let's be friends.
Gonna do it
I
now.
wonder. Yeah, I wonder what it
How do
is.
you spell it in the Play Store? How do you spell it?
BYTE.
I knew it.
BYTE.
I knew it. Byte.
Byte.
They put a Y in that, John.
Yeah, here we go. I got it.
They had to be different
Boom.
some way.
Right.
Well,
They were from the same people that made Vine, and then Twitter bought Vine, and then shut Vine down, and Drew was a sad panda for a long time.
Oh, so you were big into the Vine. You liked Vine?
I loved Vine. I loved Vine with a passion. I don't know what it was about, like the 6-second loop,
Right.
but like I met a couple of cool people on there. Like I think I'm better at socializing on social network now than I was when I was trying to promote myself everywhere.
Okay.
I think the game, my promotion game has gone from like nothing to at least a 50, I think.
Okay.
There's still some things in social networking that I don't get. Like, there's some constant conversation about like hashtags and stuff, like when to use them, when not to use them. Like I never use them on Twitter, but I was having a conversation about when to use them on Instagram, right? And there's like apparently like the general rule of thumb is like some well-known ones like no more than 10 or 11. Because
I only use like 3 or 4, and then I make like custom ones that I find are funny as hell for myself.
there you go. See, and if that's working for you, I'd say stick with it. I know anything about hashtags.
I'm off and on with it. See, it's just
right.
like
I mean,
I
I feel
just
like
being neat.
I feel like hashtags are a big like thing to me, at least. Like I don't think like when I did the whole man of meeting, the whole stream thing on there. When I put hashtag man of meeting, the man of meeting dark pictures Twitter, comment on it, and they wouldn't have been able to found it if I didn't put that hashtag in it.
That's true. Like there's
So-
something to be said about appropriate hashtagging, but
Right.
I think a lot of folks, especially like new people that are just trying to like get noticed and get their name out there,
Right.
they'll use, because I was the same way. Like when I first started, I saw all these hashtags like, oh, maybe I should be doing this because obviously their stuff is being seen, and I
Right.
want to be seen because we are a representation, which I'll touch on that in a minute.
Right.
But like a whole bunch of hashtags is not going to help you because
That
they're
should give me
just
a
going to be
headache.
seen as spam.
That should
Right.
give me a headache. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude, you're just like hashtag gamer, hashtag small streamer, hashtag support salt. Like all of that is just superfluous nonsense. It's like it doesn't tell you anything about who you are
Yeah.
as a person. Because truthfully, at the end of the day, people want to connect with you, whether it be on your stream or over on your social networks.
Right.
It's all about that connection. If they can't connect with you, if they can't relate to you on any kind of level, you're just going to be another quack in the pond, so to speak.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense on that one. Yeah, those are kind of useless hashtags. But like, yeah, like I did like the room tour kind of thing. Like I showed off my Verti gear, my Cyber Power, my Razer, my MSI. I put, I at Razer, I put the hashtag, MSI, hashtag Razer, Team Razer, freaking Cyber Power PC. And like, I feel like those companies kind of look for those brands in that kind of sense, but I don't do that every single post. I don't hashtag Razer every single post. Like good morning, hashtag Razer. No, that's no.
the key.
Yeah.
That's the key. It's
Yeah.
appropriate. It's
Yeah.
kind of like what I say on my channel. It's like you can be appropriately inappropriate.
Right.
Like use your
Definitely.
head. Use your head when you're making those hashtags and trying to promote yourself. It's like I think everything is so accessible online, and you can really like utilize your freedom of speech. But I think a lot of people, and I'm sure a lot of folks can relate, a lot of folks don't realize that you are your own representation until you get representation. And if you are looking to provide entertainment for the masses and get as big as you want to get, if you're trying to sell your stuff and you're showing stuff like people getting beat up or like you're commenting on all this crap negatively, no brand is going to want to associate that.
That's
Definitely, yeah.
that's why I never understood why people put these stupidest fucking comments on stuff. Like they'll be like, "Damn, this monitor's fucking trash." 2 minutes later, you're retweeting a giveaway. I'm like,
It's
bro,
like, why?
you're
Yeah.
fucking
And it's just
stupid.
impulse. It's impulse.
Like, it
When
makes no
if you
sense.
just take a second and breathe, because that's all it takes. You just take a second to breathe comprehend what's being said and understand the conversation. Just 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Just take an extra 3 seconds. You might have a different outlook on something.
You know,
Definitely.
and this is a great topic to bring up. We were in that tweet where Kai did that whole, what was your top 5 games or your favorite games, and then Alpha comment on it. I think Drew, you comment on it too, telling how to mute the conversation.
Yeah.
And then Kai, you comment and was like, write your 5 games. Like, you still told her to write 5 games. And then she went off to reply to it saying again that, you know, it's annoying. And then she made a post about it. And
I just stopped. Yeah, I just stopped.
Oh yeah,
doing
she made a post and recorded, and she put us all on mute, and it was like, think less or something. She went in.
To be honest, and see, I want to make sure I'm choosing the right words when I say this here. I'm a very honest person. Now, I'm not a cock, but I can be, but I'm not going to be. I seen that as an opportunity to, you know, talk, be friendly.
Yeah. Because that obviously could have went left. That could have went left.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to do. It was just to, you know, engage people, talk, and get. If you, to be honest, if it wasn't for me seeing the post, and I'm not trying to say it's all my fault, if it wasn't for me seeing the post, I wouldn't have had everybody in that whole line of tweets talking. Because if you go back and look at those tweets, a lot of people were actually having some very nice conversations and just conversating and being cool. It only takes 5 seconds to be cool and just to be in a conversation. You don't always have to be a fucking cock. And I don't know if she was in a bad mood or whatnot, but just write the fucking games.
My thing is that's why I use emotes so much, because the human beings, they can't comprehend what you're trying to say via text, because you can interpret text however you want.
Yeah, definitely.
That was one of the reasons
I do it all the time.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I replied the way I did, because I wanted her to understand, like, hey, look, you can just, I don't know if you know this, you may not, because I don't know how long you've been on Twitter.
Yeah, I seen your comment.
And so it's like, we take the human element out of it, I feel. And I can't speak for everybody, because obviously I'm only me.
Right.
Definitely. But I think we are very, very quick to pull the human element out of any interaction that we have online. Like, I don't feel everybody's out to get everybody. I don't feel like everybody's trying to be negative. Yeah. But it's all about how you go about it.
Yeah,
you know?
Definitely.
It wasn't a post to harm. It was a post to, okay, everyone's having a conversation. Because I'm going to be honest with you. It's cool that me and you follow each other. I like following people who, number one, their content I enjoy, and number two, for us to be able to engage each other every now and then, because I didn't know you do Pokemon community. I'll probably know on Twitter now that you post this, so now I can be like, okay, now I can join in with Drew, get to know Drew, and possibly raid Drew, vice versa. How am I going to do that with her or do anything with her if we don't engage each other? So what am I? I'm just going to raid her and call it a fucking day? I don't want her to just raid me and call it a fucking day. That's I like to be cool, calm with people, but at this point, I'm just following you for no reason. And I'm not trying to be that guy that's just like that. I'm just saying, typically when I follow somebody, like if you go look at all my people that I follow, it's all people's content that I watch on the daily. I enjoy their stuff. It's just, it was done to say, hey, you know, you don't just follow me because your followers are this, and I want to attract all your people. No, it's just to engage. It's to be cool. For all that, I could have just fucking tagged my own girlfriend in there and asked her opinion, even though I already know the answer. So, I mean, it's just all about engagement. And people, I always say this to people anyway, people at work, people in general, stop sucking the fucking fun out of everything. God damn. Like, it blows me. It's a quick way for me to just look at you with that look where I'm just like, dude, it makes no sense. Don't be a fun sucker. Like, just don't be. It's just you don't have to be. All you do just write the 5 fucking games, put a couple LOLs, and call it a day. Like, if you put a couple LOLs, she's not interested. You don't gotta come off so hardcore in the start. It's just like I don't know. I just want to make sure I'm just choosing the right words. I'm really not trying to. I just didn't see the point of just not enjoying and some fun conversating with people and getting to know people.
Right.
I think it goes back to what we were previously talking about. It's like
Yeah.
picking and choosing when to talk and when to
say
shut up.
something. Yeah, like
And
you
at that
didn't
point,
have to
I
go
didn't
that
say
route.
shit.
Yeah,
I didn't say shit. I actually think I did a pretty good job because I know that knowing me, I would have been like, oh, and now I'm at 10, and now I'm at 110 now.
See,
So here we go.
You put it in all caps. Just post your games or something. You said all caps.
Well, I wasn't trying to be a dick when I said it like that. I was like, I just want to know what fucking games you like. That's it.
Did you use an emoticon?
No, he did not.
I
It was
didn't
flat
use an
out.
emoticon.
It was flat out. It was a flat out cap.
What's the fucking 5 fucking games?
Yeah.
Right
nobody's gonna.
I know.
Y'all both. At that point, you both were just at each other's necks.
I went from soft boner to cock so hard for no reason, and I wasn't even like it wasn't to be mean at all. Like it really wasn't.
And talking with you for a little bit, like I know that, but like if I didn't know you from 6 to 1, like
So the question is, have you talked to her ever since, Kai?
No. What's the point?
So
What's the fucking point?
Well, did she mute you?
No, she muted all of us.
I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
No, she did. See, all right. So, but she did mute us. She made a post about it, and she's like, I don't know. You got to go back and go on. I don't know.
All right, cool. It sounds like she just drank a
cool.
cup of edgy. She
all right.
drank a cup of edgy.
So we are at hour and 16 minutes. This is probably going to be our longest podcast we've ever done.
Cause Drew got that sexy beard, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. So, do you have anything else to ask us, Drew?
No, I'm just looking forward to like actually interacting with you more. Like I think we've all had pretty great interactions online. This has been a blast. Thank you guys so much for having me on the podcast.
I've had a lot of fun. The podcast is over, guys. Have a good rest of the night. Good night.
What is going on here? We have about 9 more questions to go through. Drew, do you still have enough time to answer these next 9 questions?
Yeah, absolutely. Would you mind if I took a quick tinkle break? Is that okay? Is that allowed?
Yeah, no, you go ahead.
No, you gotta pee in You gotta pee in your bottle. We don't do that whole. Yeah. We don't do that whole getting up shit around here.
You're good. You're good.
Right, I'll be right back.
All right. I'm gonna cut this out during the recording anyway. I'm gonna cut it.
You know what? Since he's gonna piss, I'm gonna go take a piss and I'm gonna get myself a horse, okay, buddy? All right.
All right, yeah, go for it. Yeah, whatever. If the RGB ain't bright, oh my god.
The RGB ain't bright.
Oh man, is that little bearded? Is that little? Oh my god.
This is the little one. This is the princess of greatness. She wanted to come on and say hi.
Hello.
What is going on? What is good, yo? We come in peace.
Did you have fun today? What did you do?
Oh.
What did you do?
Can we settle a beef right now? Ask your daughter.
Played.
Yeah, you played and played.
Well, I'm big over there.
Yeah, that's us.
Us?
That's us right there.
Us.
Yeah, we're on Raz's stream. You want to say hi, aliens?
Hi, aliens.
The aliens.
There we go.
What is going on, man?
What did you want me to ask my daughter?
Ask your daughter, would she be an alien or would she join the Legion? This will settle the debate.
Okay. Will you be an alien or would you join the Legion?
I think I'll do an
Oh!
What's your name? Sonic Adventure 2, man! Easy! Let's go!
Did you say the alien? Oh, you're fired. Get off.
Listen, hey, right here. Hey, tell her to sing us a Frozen song. What's your favorite Frozen song?
Sing your favorite Frozen song? Sing whatever you want. You want to sing Into the Unknown? Let It Go? Go ahead, sing Let It Go.
Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. In a way they slam the door. The man and the Lord again. And the storm may jump.
There you go.
Hey,
Yay!
that was legendary, dog. Oh my god, that was amazing, yo.
Thank you.
Hey,
Yo,
now
that
I
is
think I want a
amazing,
daughter.
yo. That was so amazing, yo. That was amazing.
You want to say night night?
Night night.
Have a good night. Oh my god, yo, that was so amazing.
Thank you very much. Yeah, she wanted to come on and say hi. She loves the streaming. She loves the content creation. She loves.
She's very
it all.
comfortable in front of the camera.
Dude, yeah.
Oh yeah, she is. She loves the
Perfect.
attention. That's where it stems
Oh my
from.
god. Bruh, you have
Hey.
a family full of entertainers, yo. That is amazing.
Yeah,
Dude.
I'm very fortunate in that fact. It's it does make a lot of like the extra work that goes into all of this a little bit easier. It's a little bit of an easier pill to swallow for somebody that's been in it, because my wife, we met and we were both performers, and she saw me when I first moved to the city in the show Jekyll and Hyde, when I was like really hard in the audition game and whatnot. And we actually were supposed to like meet and kind of get to know each other and stuff, but it didn't quite work out at that time. And then fast forward 5 years, and then we had the same bartending gig for the Broadway houses.
Ooh,
So that's how
meant to be. Meant to
Yeah,
be.
it's definitely meant to be. That was destiny, girl.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
He said, "Lay your head on my pillow."
Yo, you are wild, man. All right, let's get into these topics, man. All right, so first one, man. Twitch streamers asking for donations trend.
Okay.
All right, Drew, you want to go first on this topic, man? What do you?
Yeah,
what do you think?
I'll go first.
What do you think about it, man?
So honestly, depending on your approach, I'm fine with asking for donations. Like myself, for example, I have the little meter there. I let folks know once in a while, but I don't make it a big deal. I don't make it what my stream is about. Like
Right.
at the end of the day, I know that in order to keep the stream going and the workspace that I've chosen, I need to invest in a new iPad sooner rather than later. But it's not the end all be all of my stream. I'm completely okay with anybody asking for donations. It's not a necessity. It's when it becomes a problem is when a streamer is sitting there like, "Oh no, you need to donate to me. You need to give me money because I'm entitled to your money because I've spent all this time and working and all that." Well, guess what? So does every other actor and singer and performer that you ever know. Do you think that they sit there and ask you for their money first and foremost? No, they prove themselves, and over time, an investment of their own time and self-care, that's when the money comes. You can't just
Definitely.
expect it. It's the
Yeah.
same thing here. It's the same thing here. So as long as you go about it in the right way, you're fine. Asking for donations is fine.
Right,
People-
Kai, what do you think about it?
People, whenever someone asks me at my job like what I do, the first thing that pops into they're like, "Ooh, how much money do you make?" I'm just all like, I'm like, "Oh, here we fucking go. This fucking comment again." I'm like, "But I really get in depth with people. I don't care about the money." I look at them and I said, "I don't want to fucking work here." That's what I tell people. I don't want to fucking be like, if I could leave right now and go home and stream, I would leave. Like, that's what I tell people. I'm like, it's my passion for just loving and playing video games, and then being a dumbass while doing it is what I love doing. So that means people see someone that they like entertaining and they want to invest in. That means they will invest in you when they're ready. People always say, "Hey, I'm sorry, I can't sub." I just got into the habit of, number one, I always tell people, I don't give a fuck if you sub or not. You being here, you chilling with me, that's perfect. That's good. I'm glad. I'm not an ungrateful, selfish fuck when it comes to streaming. I just got into the habit of, I got rated. Someone say, "I love what you're doing. It's funny as hell. Sorry I can't sub. Here's a couple bits." I really took it to heart, and I was like, "Fuck it." I gave out some subs and stream, and it, invested into myself. I do it all the time. Nothing different now. And yeah, it's I get what Drew is saying. It's okay to ask for them in that specific way. Me personally, I never ask for a sub. I might ask for a sub if maybe we were doing a hype train and we were close to like an emo and I'm like, we need one more sub. Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? I'll probably do it in that case. But I never ask. I just let it flow natural because I don't want to be that guy that's known for asking people for subs. I like when my shit comes naturally. People always say I'm real genuine when my shit comes because I never see it coming. And that's one thing I like about it. When the day I get gifted 100 subs for the first time or 500, no matter what the fuck it is, I'm going to be excited because I'm genuine because I worked my ass off for it. I did great, and it came to me randomly than me saying, oh, got to give me this. The topic that I sent you, this guy was playing Modern Warfare, and he was getting his shit caved in because I seen the video, and I need to keep playing this game. And I'm just like, well, I play Fortnite majority of my nights, and I get my shit pushed in all the time. I'm all like, I don't look at all my people and be like, you need to give me money for playing this game. I'm all like, if you give me money for playing this game anyway, I'm just gonna spend it on the damn games. Huh? So it doesn't fucking matter. So I'm just like, why put yourself in that predicament to tell someone you need to give me money to play this game? If you're getting your shit pushed in, then just do what I do. Slam on my desk a couple times and quit off the game and go play something different. Like, I don't understand people. I don't know. You guys are just click on my stream one day. You'll know I'm going rock bottom when I'm like, fuck this game. I need $100 if I'm gonna play this game now. That's when you'll know I'm going rock bottom. That's what I'm gonna start doing. But nah, I get what Drew's saying. We just all have our methods on how we do it. That's all. But I mean, what about you, Raz? I mean, typically, you get surprises your way. I know how you are. What's your take on it?
Yeah, no, I put a sub goal on my stream now recently, as the aliens already know. They already know what it is, man. And as far as in order for me to become a full-time streamer, that is the goal. Yeah. That is the goal. I need to get my sub count up. I need to get my sub count up. I get a lot of gift subs. I've definitely gotten over. There's T-Rex, there's Uber, there's that gifted over 100 subs and things like that. And I appreciate everyone that supports me always, man. We just need to get our sub count number up in order for me to become a full-time streamer, and that's the goal. But that just comes due time. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. I will never force anyone. I'm here to entertain. If you like me, if you want to give me, donos or a sub, anything like that. God dang. Donos, subs, or anything like that, man, I'm definitely, I appreciate it. And that just helps me out to become a full-time streamer. That is the goal. And we just got to keep climbing. That's pretty much it. And for the people that are saying, oh, I deserve donos, I deserve this, that, and third, man, I don't know how they're going to think that their career of streaming is going to keep going if they keep doing that. Like that girl, you remember that girl Bad Bunny? I think she started that trend of like the whole, you guys, watch me, you guys spend your time with me. You need to
for an hour.
Yeah.
There's been an hour of no subs. I need a sub now. I said, the fuck?
At that point,
went 8 hours without a sub before. Fuck.
Right. Yeah. I don't know if she was just trolling, but I mean, she's still gaining buzz from it. So like, I don't know.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Here's what you have to understand.
What's up?
Yeah. Approaching things in that manner ended up garnering her most successful week, probably in the past year.
Right.
And not to mention, we're now broaching that subject and giving her free publicity just by mentioning her name.
Right.
So ultimately, business decision-wise, we may not agree with it, but in that case, it worked to her benefit.
All right, Legion, we're trying something different, y'all.
She's definitely getting,
we're going in a new direction here.
Yeah, she definitely got the buzz over. I see her in a recommend channel after that whole thing happened. So, like, it definitely worked out in her favor for sure.
But it's all about how you want to market yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Do you want to be known as the streamer that's going to be like, you better sub and donate to me right now, to validate me and my content? You don't take me seriously, or do you want to have a genuine product?
I just want to be known as that guy. Like, damn, he did it when he said he was going to do it. So far, I mean, shit, I amuse myself, but that's what I want to be known as. Like, damn, he's actually doing it.
Right. I feel
That's
that, bro.
respectable.
Yeah.
I respect that a lot.
That's the only time I'm gonna be respectable. Keep
Yeah.
that in mind.
Here we
Keep
go.
that in mind. That's the only time.
No, that's on brand for you, and I appreciate that. Cheers.
Nah, it's the truth though. Like I did a lot of stuff wrong with streaming before. Still kind of do at times, but I mean, if I'm gonna be known for anything, I want them to be like, yeah, I'm subscribed to Almighty because this, not because he fucking demanded me to. Like, no, not
They
even.
appreciate you and what you bring to the table, not
Definitely.
because you asked for it.
There's definitely
Definitely.
tons of other streamers who have not done that Bad Bunny approach and are doing absolutely phenomenal.
Just fine.
Definitely.
Just
Just
fine.
fine.
Exactly.
I'm happy that, and you guys mentioned this earlier about the subs you're maintaining. I've been maintaining between, a lot of people brought it up, hey, I know you definitely should have a lot of subs. No, I only maintain between 20 and 25 subscribers monthly so far. But there was a point in time where I wasn't even maintaining that.
And with the sleep again. And with the sleep again.
This is a...
Dog, that joint was gray as a mug. Bro, no good. It's all good, though.
Sorry.
It's all
We
good.
love you still.
And both times it's happened, we've been like in it to win it. The conversation, it's like, I swear I'm not doing this shit on purpose. I swear.
Your computer says we're boring as
Look,
fuck.
we're no good for your computer, yo.
Yeah.
But
That's,
now, all
okay,
jokes
that's
aside,
actually a good segue into this. I actually have a question along those same lines. How do you guys feel about talking about numbers? Because that's a big point of contention.
Raz, you go first. I'm mixed about this because there's times where I'll tell someone my number. I feel comfortable talking to Raz about my numbers. But if it was somebody else, I now feel comfortable I feel like I could come to you and talk to you about my numbers now. I consider you very cool. I feel like I could do it. But beforehand, only person I could ever tell a number to was him. That's it. Only person. He'd be the only guy that knows. But I'm mixed about it because there's days where I only check my analytics once a month because I don't want to be known as that guy that breathes his analytics. And then I often hide my sub count from myself, but I've gotten so used to memorizing it now that I kind of think that's bad, but I also kind of think that's good because I know where I want to be eventually business-wise. Like, I know when I would like to hit. I would love to hit 35 subs and get that next subscriber badge. Get that next emote badge by my birthday or before it. That's my goal. We've been maintaining 20 to 25 subs each month so far, and I'm proud of myself because, like I said, it was a point in time where I was barely maintaining that. So for me to do this, I'm glad. Everyone comes back, they resub, everyone likes it. That means I'm doing something right. But I need to figure out now, what can I do right to get that next person in? Do I need to gift? Do I need to start gifting some subs so I can invest in myself so people can say, okay, he gave me this. Let me see how his content is. Is he going to be reliable? Do I need to make that approach? I'm still trying to figure out what do I need to do to gain those numbers, because even though I tell you guys the numbers are important because what did we just say? Our ultimate goal is to be full-time. I don't want to fucking work here. That's the ultimate goal. So we want to think about the numbers, but I don't want to be defied by the numbers is what I'm trying to say, basically.
Yeah. No, that's a good, I feel that's a good frame of mind, because the thing is, if we're all on the same page that we're planning to make this our business, right? We have to come at it from that aspect. Personally, I don't feel we should be afraid to discuss numbers. Now, there's a difference between discussing numbers and plastering it everywhere, and that's all you effing talk about, and that becomes your brand.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm talking about. Like, us three as businessmen, in a sense, we should feel comfortable talking with each other about the numbers that we are currently having. You know, I feel like there's almost a stigma when you start that conversation with anybody. They're like, you almost like get this like, oh God, where are we gonna go with this? When it should be as natural as, yeah, this is where I'm at right now. These are my goals. That's about it.
Like, I feel like if a sponsor asks me what my numbers are or what my goals, I could definitely be like, yeah, my numbers are this. This is where I'd like to be here, and then this is where I could do that. That's fine. I'm just talking about as in when people say, hey, do you stream? Oh, how much money do you make? Well, motherfucker, it's not hourly. It's not hourly. It's random. Like it's one day I could bring in $100+ from subscribers. One day I could bring in $50 from donations, and then one day it could just be as bare as McDonald's at 2:00 in the morning.
But here's the thing: have you ever considered maybe spinning it on its head if you get asked that question?
Repeat that again. How would I?
Have you ever considered spinning it on its head instead of approaching it from that aspect, being like, I actually do receive money from doing something I love?
Well, I do. It's just those people that say, "Oh, well, how much money are you making?" Sounds like I know you can make a lot of money from streaming, and there's people that say, "Oh, well, that's cool. You do this. It doesn't. You making good money?" When people bring it in like that, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm doing good." Like I told there's always some young guys and even some young girls that come to my job that are trying to buy stream equipment, and I like to let them know things that I've went through and stuff, and I tell them, please don't pay attention to your numbers. Like right now, I'll show someone my office and they'll think, oh, you're doing great. No, the fuck. I only got 20. Like I feel accomplished of that 20 though. And I tell people, you could be like, oh, I only got 20 subs. Or you could be like, I got 20 subs. Yeah, I got 20 subs. That means I'm doing something good.
Hell
20
yeah.
20 people fucking like me.
That's right.
So that means I'm doing good. There's ways that define it. So I get what you're saying, and it all determines my interaction with the person.
I respect that.
I can always tell who's gonna annoy me within the first seconds of that conversation. Always.
So
I
you're
get
like
annoyed at some
every
people.
so you're like every one of the people that I auditioned for when I was auditioning.
Basically, I
I
get annoyed of people and the way that they talk about streaming. They're like, "You must make a lot of fucking money because you got this." I'm all like, "It took me 9 months to buy $100 that I could." Like, no, it's like people don't see it as a business. They just see it as a money pit. Like, I pay taxes. Starting this year coming up, I'll pay taxes on this space. All my equipment, everything that I buy at this office, I pay taxes for it. And Raz will tell you, and I mean, hell, my girlfriend can tell you, I was amused at what I learned when I went to go do my taxes about my office. I was amused. I was like, okay, my ultimate goal is to get a Tesla. That's my goal. That's the car that I want.
That's a good goal.
I just figured out the shit that I could do with the Tesla with my taxes.
Yep.
Like it's there. Like it's just people think about all the wrong stuff. Like I remember I used to tell my mom about wanting to stream and do it full time, and she's like, "You don't got no benefits, blah blah blah." Well, no shit, I don't got no benefits. I try to bring my mom down to cloud. My mom tries to pull me up, and I try to pull her with me. Like my mom is you got to convince my mom heavily, and to convince my mom, you have to argue with her. And I know how to argue with my mom. I can do it. It's not difficult. But people look at this as a money thing and they don't look at it as a business. Like I'm not gonna keep going into detail with it. More on the taxes thing. Eventually when we get to that big point, we want to do quarterly taxes and start putting money away to make sure we're doing it right, to make sure we have that bank account where it only focuses on paying quarterly taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I'm gonna leave it on there.
Yeah, I love how you put your serious voice on.
I tell my girlfriend all the time. Like, I swear to God, I'm like, baby, I have a serious voice. And then I got that voice where I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
like,
man.
You'll know. But I just tell people it's my business.
The taxes definitely did come around this year for YouTube and Twitch. I guess after you reach a certain number, like with the 600 thing, you got to start paying it. So that's been done. And then it's like, the numbers, I don't really mind talking about it. It's whatever. Like you said, as long as you're not be like, oh, well, I got this many, we out here getting paid, baby. Like, no, none of that's going down. But it's definitely, I don't mind it. If someone asks me, then I talk about it. You know, a lot of them don't understand what I'm talking about. A lot of people don't understand what monetization is. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people joke at you about shit.
And you're talking about, you know, you have to prove it. You know, you have to like, you have to talk to them about it. You know, oh, you know, how much do you make for this? Like, you know, you can explain it to them, but once again, they just don't understand what monetization is, and they get caught up in certain words. So, I mean, talk to them about it. You know, you're just helping them better understand it and how, anyway, if you say you're trying to be self-employed, you're trying to run your own business, everyone has a red flag for that, especially if it's not established on a higher note. If you're not a Ninja, if you're not a Tfue or whoever else, they automatically question you. Oh, you're not getting this amount of money, or, they doubt you on a lot of those things. And at that point, you have to make a decision. Do you care, or do you not care about what these lames are talking about and things that people are not doing that you're doing? You're doing something that's different.
I could always be content about my 9 to 5, but man, as soon as I walk in, I'm like, damn, I'm ready to stream.
Yeah, man.
As soon as I walk in there.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's, just keep doing what you're doing. But like, yeah, the numbers is fine. I definitely am here for it. The aliens know how many super aliens we have. I have the sub goal there at all times. Yeah. But yeah, if anyone asks me the question, I don't mind. It's facts, So
yeah, it's just it's a number on a piece of paper or a digital screen, pretty much. And a lot of the naysayers and the doubters and stuff, like I feel fortunate to have experience with that pretty much my entire teenage and adult life, because when you say that you want to act or you want to sing and stuff, like you're automatically greeted with that, right? Exactly. You're greeted with the same questions. That's why I approach what I'm doing in the same manner.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, how are you going to support a family on that? It's X, Y, and Z. And it's like, I understand where those questions are rooted, but what I need you to understand is that you really don't know what you don't know. If you're not in the field, if you're not trying to see things from the other side, then you are going to consistently ask that question to anybody that you come across that's trying to get somewhere in each of those fields.
Yep. They're so doubtful, man. And that's why I like sticking with like-minded people. I like being around Almighty. I like being around you, Drew. I like being on Twitter. I like, if I never got on Twitter, Drew, I would have never met you, I don't think. Because Twitch is so huge, and who knows? I mean, maybe I would have met, Techniques or another fellow streamer that I know that, knows you, or we happen to do a raid together. But like, Twitter, man, has brought me to see so many new Twitch friends, man. And I picture you, or I think it's you, as one of my closest Twitch friends, one of them. And it's just like, yeah.
That's a beautiful thing about both platforms.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing about both platforms. You can meet people that you would have never met otherwise.
Yeah.
Like, the networking aspect is real, and I think networking as a whole has a stigma with it as well. I mean, I feel like everything has some sort of stigma, but networking in particular, like everybody, you need to network and you need to like build your brand and like blah, blah. No, it's not. It's not like that. Networking can be as simple as having a simple coffee conversation.
Yep.
It can be as simple as saying hello. Oh, you do this, I do this too. It's about that connection, and it's about what you do with that connection to further both of your growth or both of your relationship. It doesn't even have to relate to business.
Yeah, literally. I just went on the hashtag gaming. It was either hashtag gamer or hashtag streamer on Instagram. Literally went to someone. It was a streamer. Her name is Cutscene Cutie. And freaking, I just wrote her up. I was like, yo, you stream, blah, blah. Yo, we were just kicking, like, just talking about our favorite games and stuff like that. And literally, like, the next day, she jumped in my stream and we were talking. And then, like, a couple of days later, she rated me. And, like, it was just, like, that, just me messaging her. Because I wasn't going to, I normally don't message people on IG. That's just, like, just random. Because normally people don't write me back. So... But, like, in that instant, like, that brought me onto her community, and she knows the aliens as well. It's just, like, I don't know, like, that one person lead to, like, 39 people, or, like, just her just being as open and great as she is, and, like, everyone that I meet, like, it's just crazy how social networking can do that for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just insane.
Just saying hi. It's as simple as saying hi. Like, I would love it if every tweet that I was like, "Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome. Thank you so much for following me. Like, hi, what are you up to today?" Like, I would love it if everybody would like actually answer.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with social media, right? Not everybody is social in that manner, you know, or they just like it, which I don't mind, by the way. You can still like it, but talk to me. I want to meet you.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Talk to me.
Yeah. And I'm glad we we met on Twitter, and I'm glad we furthered the conversation of talking and things like that.
Absolutely.
That was pretty awesome. Let's go on to the next topic. So we have Razer that dropped a monitor. It's a Raptor. It's called Raptor. It's a 27-inch, $700. It's a 2K display. It has HDR capabilities, has 2 USBs, 144 hertz monitor, and has chroma at the bottom of the stand. Just dropped. Kai,
That's awesome.
Drew, have you ever seen this monitor before, or are you a fan of Razer by any chance?
I am not really well versed in Razer products. I'll be 100% transparent, but the two words that I am familiar with are HDR and the 144 hertz. So those right there would be a selling point for me. I need to do a little research, but it sounds impressive.
Right. Yeah, it's really good, man. I have two 2K displays. I would give up these MSIs in a heartbeat for that Razer monitor. I'm telling you. But $700. These were $500, and I don't need a new monitor right now. But God, that chroma, man, I love chroma. It's just so amazing. Kai, what do you think about the monitor? Have you seen? I know you've seen them because they showed us before, but now they're finally on the market. What do you think about those monitors, man?
I'm only buying it for the chroma so I can go with my other shit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, they have chroma speakers too, Drew. They have some chroma speakers, boy. I get rid of these Logitechs.
My Asus ROG monitor better than that monitor. I don't even want it. That's it.
Right.
I'm tired of buying high price shit. That's all I do is buy high price shit. That's all I do.
It's definitely not a must, you know. So, but they are pretty impressive. So if anyone wants to check them out, go for it. Yeah. All right. So next thing, Sonic. Sonic got released, and it actually did really good, despite of the okay reviews. Got 57 million in 1 week, and overall 100 million worldwide. Topped the box office, beat Bird of Prey in that upcoming weekend. Drew, what do you think about that, man?
I think it's pretty impressive considering how much hype Birds of Prey has behind it, as well as the message that is accompanying the movie. Right. But I'm happy it did well, dude. I have like a soft spot for Sonic. Like, I'm not the best at his games. When Sonic Mania dropped, I think that's the best Sonic games I've ever played in my life.
That was classic.
I struggled through those last levels, but I beat it.
Right.
But I was just so happy we finally got a good Sonic game again. And the fact that the movie's actually good enough where people are going to see it and spend money on it and saying good things, not amazing. We're not talking about like Avenger like caliber movie or anything of that nature. But if you're enjoying the movie and having fun, I'm happy, because not only will that encourage the producers and the developers to maybe have Sonic stick around, you know, it just leaves room for growth. You can see what really works with the franchise and what didn't, like his first face.
Right. Oh, God.
I also have a conspiracy theory about that face, okay? Everybody's like, oh, man, his face is terrible, which it was. He got real teeth, which he did. But what if they did that on purpose? What if they legitimately just needed more time to give us the real Sonic face? And they just cobbled together that mess of a creation that was his face.
You know, that's a great theory. That's a great theory. But you know what that face change did for them? Not only did their budget go higher, bro, 89 million for that Sonic movie. 89 million, and they just hit 100 million worldwide. So they only got 20,000 profit over it. So I'm glad it went that high, because if they didn't, boy, was Paramount in trouble. Yeah, Paramount was in trouble.
Would be in trouble, baby.
And all those people that were complaining about Sonic looking nutty, yeah, well, Paramount done with Sonic.
Let's talk about it anyway. The motherfucking studio that redid the Sonic is shut down, so it doesn't even fucking matter.
Wait, what? They got shut? No.
I forget exactly what it was. I think was it on IGN? I think the people that helped remake Sonic, I think they got fired or something along that line. But yeah, it didn't even fucking matter anyway.
Wow.
Look. I love video game stuff just as much as the next person, but
yeah, man, I seen it day one.
it just ain't welcome sometimes, man.
Look, man, you know I had to see it, man. I seen that along with Parasite, which is also another good movie.
They took Sonic out in the backyard and shot him like, "Ooh, yeller dude." Like, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I definitely give Sonic a 7.1. No, sorry, I'm not 7 out of 10. I give it a 7 out of 10.
Listen, I'm just happy it's not Dragon Ball. I'm just happy they didn't destroy it like Dragon Ball. I haven't even seen that movie.
I haven't seen it either. I'm not gonna lie.
Look. They took Dragon Ball on a roof and just pushed it. Like, they didn't think. That movie was so fucking bad. Like, have you ever played Superman on N64? Then it's that caliber bad. I'm gonna let you know that now.
No, listen. From the trailers alone, Superman 64 looks like a masterpiece.
Oh wow.
Like, let's be real. Again, I have not watched this movie. When I saw the size and shape of Piccolo's head, I was like, I'm not watching this movie. And then I saw Master Roshi. I was like, I'm really not watching this movie.
I'm supposed to be
disrespectful.
I'm gonna go see Birds of Prey tonight, actually within shortly. So I'll tell you guys what I think about it.
Yeah, let us know, man.
It's been getting a lot of good word online, and like with the message that it's trying to portray. So I really want to see it as well.
Yo, if you can fit in Kai Parasite as well, that's another 2-hour movie. I don't know what your schedule looking like, but bruh, you gotta see Parasite, man.
I'll take the girlfriend and see that. That way we got somewhere. I still gotta see Bad Boys and stuff too.
Oh my god, Bad Boys was too good, man.
Was it?
Yes, that was too good, man. Oh my god, man. That movie was too legit. But and Weathering with You was really good too. That anime dropped in the theaters. That was really good for what it was. Kai, you're gonna hate me, man. I totally just looked at the screen, dude. Your name's spelled wrong. Listen, man, I'm sorry. Look, it's been a long day.
If I had my sounds, I would...
Listen, man, we're just gonna brush it over. All right, look, next topic. PS4 dropped a game called Dreams. Okay, now Dreams is like a Little Big Planet. Okay, except Dreams is a little bit more ambitious. It's not a side scroller that you go left to right like Little Big Planet. All right, you have a little bit more freedom. All right, and what you do is, you can recreate like Fallout. Recreate Fallout inside the game. People have created Last of Us in a PS1 version on this game. Like, it's that in depth. Like, people are so creative in this game called Dreams for PS4. Like, people are rebuilding games into it. Drew, what do you think about that, man?
You're making me want to play it, but I relinquished my PS4 and Xbox One before I started streaming, so I only have a PC and a Switch.
Shaking my fucking head.
I know.
My man, let that Switch, man.
Were made.
That Switch is something different, man.
I love my Switch.
You know what, Drew? I commend you though, because if I didn't have the other consoles, bro, there's a lot of games on the Switch, man. There's a lot of games that got ported from the Xbox and the PlayStation that are on the Switch that I go in there, I'm like, you know what? If I didn't have these systems, I would freaking love this Switch. There's so many games on there.
It's like when you have a family and you have limited time on top of trying to create stuff for everybody to enjoy, the fact that I can literally play like 30 minutes while I'm on my break at work, or like when I have just a minute to breathe, if I could play 5-10 minutes of something, it's just so accessible in my situation, so I can still play, because one of the main reasons I even started streaming in the first place was to finish my backlog.
Yeah, definitely.
Never know if I can have it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the Switch.
Yeah, the Switch, it has Resident Evil and Mortal Kombat on there. I didn't even know. Freaking Kai, what do you think about that, man? Did you hear about the game Dreams before?
Yes, I did. It was brought to my attention by a nerd at my job. He basically he was like, "Yo, I know you like the stream," so he just started showing. He just started hitting me with this shit. I was like,
He started
"Damn."
punching you in the stomach. He was like, "Dreams coming out, dreams."
Do you not like this man? You're like went into your serious voice. Yeah, this nerd at work.
This freaking nerd.
I hate when I call other people nerds because everyone will look at me and be like, "What the fuck are you then?" And I'm just like, "Nerd." I'm just a nerd. But yeah, it looks pretty interesting. I would love to give it a whirl.
Yeah,
See
I'm definitely gonna cop up, man. I was like, God, I didn't know they was making these kind of games on there. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. Let me see what's good, man.
It sounds dope from what you said.
PlayStation
little bit, man.
on the low.
Yeah, man. They freaking out here recreating the whole Stardew Valley. I'm like, what? Okay, well, seems legit.
Yeah, that's impressive. That is impressive.
Freaking all right. So next topic, Square Enix. Square Enix is dropping Kingdom Hearts 2.8 on Xbox, man, and they're dropping other projects onto the Xbox as well.
I think it's so great. Like I remember, this was years ago now, but I remember when it was so Sony exclusive. Like everything Square Enix would do is so Sony exclusive, and now they're branching out to all the consoles and treating them all pretty solidly. With the exception of a couple of babies.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. But it's nice to see that Kingdom Hearts 2.8 is coming over to the Xbox. I'm excited for you guys for sure.
Yeah, definitely late in the game. I ain't gonna lie. Since Kingdom Hearts 3, they just put that out there. 2.8's been out, and I still don't understand why they didn't put 1.5 and 2.5, so you still can't play Kingdom Hearts 1 nor 2 on Xbox.
Money!
So, yeah, something's going on.
Money, Raz! Money!
Kai, what you thinking about it, man? What you think about them releasing some more games on the Xbone?
At this rate, I'll never be able to feed my family. Just whatever at this
Facts,
point.
man. Just take my money. And Final Fantasy VII Remake's going to drop, but it's not dropping on Xbox until, next 2021? Like,
is it really coming, though? Did they say that it's really coming?
Yeah, it's coming, but it's console exclusivity on PlayStation until 2021 April. So it releases what? When is it released? In
April 11th, I want to say.
Okay, so then on Xbox, it's a whole nother year into April again, which is ridiculous. But I mean, it's whatever.
I get it. I get it from a business lens, but I'm just saying, as a consumer from the gamer lens, I'm just like, just put it everywhere.
Yeah.
Just do it. You're gonna get the money anyway. It doesn't matter.
I wonder if it costs them more money to put it out on multiple consoles, like
it
that.
Probably does.
It does.
Because
Okay.
you remember the engines. The engines are different.
Yeah, you're right. I guess they're gonna have to optimize it, change it up with a port and stuff. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Well, I'm not gonna buy it again, but I can't wait for everyone else to buy it. Cause if it comes out multi-platform, Drew, what I normally do is I tend to just buy it on Xbox. I don't care. What happened? Final Fantasy 15 dropped. I bought it on Xbox. Didn't buy it on PlayStation. But now that it's going to come on Xbox, I wish it would have came on Xbox first because I love my achievement system. But that's not the case now. So whatever, Sony, do as you please. All right, so next topic, Galaxy. Samsung released, or they showed, which is about to release next month, but the Galaxy S20 Ultra, the S20, the S20 Plus, and the Galaxy Z Flip. Now, I'm going to name some specs here, just for the Ultra, just to see what we're working with, okay? You're talking about a display, AMOLED display, 120 hertz, on a phone, 120 hertz, a 6.9-inch display, a camera with 108 megapixel, back camera, front camera is 40 megapixel camera. The latest Snapdragon with 12 gigabytes of RAM, 12 gigabytes with 5,000 milliamp battery. All right, up to a terabyte of hard drive space on that phone. Oh my God, man.
Oh my God.
That just looks insane.
Oh my God.
That is insane, man.
That's an insane piece of hardware.
That is insane,
and it's in your pocket. Man. It's crazy. It's crazy what they can slam into such a small enclosure and you fit in your pocket.
Dude.
Like it's nuts.
Pushing the boundaries, Samsung. It's just like hold my beer, like hold my 40 at this point, bro. Like Samsung is just pushing the limits. Kai, what do you think about this, man? Like when you heard those specs on a phone, bro, in your hand, 120 hertz.
If somebody walks up to me at my job and tells me that Apple is better than Samsung, that's the day I lose my job. Bro. That's all I have to say.
They're just pushing boundaries, man. It's just, oh my god, how much can they really put in a phone these days, man?
We're gonna find out soon.
Samsung is just pushing it, man.
They can't get that full screen right though. They can get that other shit correct.
I mean, that Z Flip looked alright. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. It looks like a little Motorola Razr.
How do you guys feel about folding screen technology? Let's be.
It's not time yet.
I mean, look, I like it, man.
Time. I like it, but it's not time.
Listen, I like it, man. I feel like it's time. Bring it all out. Bring it out.
Listen, I'm all for innovation. I'm all for innovation because innovation is amazing. It's what pushes this field forward. Why do we need a folding screen? I think the only valid reason anybody's given me thus far is the fact it makes things smaller. But my counter to that is this is something that you're planning on using as your daily driver, like your day-to-day. That constant folding action on any piece of tech, that's going to be wear and tear all day.
It's going to increase the screen. Yeah, we've been seeing that, but like I feel like Samsung is going to perfect it. It's not perfected now, of course, because it looks like it's already cracking. When I seen what is his name, Brown Lee, his reviews, he's really good reviewer on YouTube. Like he even showcased that. But like I feel like Samsung is going to keep at it. I feel like they're the only one that's going to perfect it. They always seem to get that technology. What was it, Huawei or whoever?
Huawei, I think it was.
Yeah, they had the floating phones, and they had it to where they didn't have the crease, but they had like two phones just slapped on top of each other, and it just looks like it's kind of Velcro, which that prevents the crease. But it doesn't look appealing, and Samsung is going to get it. I don't know. They already have LCD TVs that are flipping and freaking folding and rolling up into a freaking telescope.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy.
The TV goes upwards, so it's like you have a giant phone. Like I actually watched. I showed Raz from CES. I was looking, and they were just talking about it spec-wise, and I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah, man. Them wallpaper TVs, man, they're so thin. And folding up, I feel like the phones, they could do that, man. Don't know how they're going to increase that battery compatibility while making it smaller with that. But we'll see how that rolls, man.
Not make it maybe explosive.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
The freaking Note 5, man, on planes. Over there just bombing everything, detonating. No good.
I lost my car. I lost my house. What was my phone?
Dog, it's crazy, man. Freaking all right. So the PS5 price point. I guess they're not sure on this price point. They're waiting for Microsoft to show off their prices. Now, what had happened was with the Xbox, the Xbox was priced higher than the PlayStation 4 when it first came out. So do you think it's going to be different this time? Do you think Microsoft is going to release Xbox price like $500, and then PlayStation's going to have theirs at $600? Because so far, the hardware inside this Xbox looks like it's going to be better than the PlayStation. So far. What do you think, Drew?
It's going to come down to the games. It always comes down to the games.
Right.
Also, let us hope that Microsoft does not shoot themselves in the foot again.
Right.
Because we remember the Xbox One announcement and why they are where they are right now, trying to play catch.
Yep.
It's tough to say, right? Because if Sony hasn't announced their price yet, has Microsoft announced their price or no?
No. There's all speculations.
I wonder if it's going to come down to like The Wire. Like everybody's just waiting for everybody to announce some stuff.
It seems to be. Yet that PlayStation said they're not going to be at E3 this year. Yet again in June. So it's like that's the midway point. I feel like they're definitely Microsoft is going to put. I feel like they're going to push like 500. I think they're going to release 2 models of it. I think it's going to be a 500 and 600. I feel like that's going to happen.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. It just makes sense, the nature of the technology field right now, to have those 2 different sizes.
Yeah. I feel like they're definitely going to do that. But yeah, Xbox shot their foot in the beginning with the price being higher. The DRM thing about not allowing the games to play offline, having to always be online. PlayStation didn't say none of that.
No, when I watched that announcement for Xbox One,
yeah,
I literally just stared at the screen with my mouth open, like, they're expecting to sell this?
Yeah.
How? Who's gonna buy that?
Right.
Who wants to be limited?
I remember when we were watching that, when that got announced, and Phil Spencer said that shit with the calmest ease.
Facts.
And I looked,
straight face ever.
and I looked, and I was all like, "So should I just take this and just break it now, or what do I do?"
Wasn't the crowd booing that as well when that happened?
It was like a light one.
The Blizzard announcement.
Oh, that was terrible. The whole mobile thing. They're like, yeah, Diablo 4 mobile. They're like, what? Everyone has a phone here, right?
You got a phone, right? Like, you got a phone?
Yeah, you got a phone, right? Yo,
I was like,
pushing it.
I said, "Hey, yo, man."
Disrespectful, man. But the new Diablo is actually going to look really good. The one that's actually going to be on console, and that looks really good. But yeah, that was, I don't know what they were doing on that one.
It's making me actually really want to play it too as well. I'm thinking about it. I was like, I might get into this.
Yeah, Diablo is definitely being bought. Day one.
I love
those games.
Day one.
This looks fun.
So
I mean, in my personal opinion, Lord.
Oh, how do you guys feel about Activision and Blizzard pulling their games?
Yeah, we talked about that last podcast about the whole Activision pulling their games. What was it? It was God. We talked about it last thing, wasn't it?
It was from the Nvidia service, was it not? I'm like 95% sure it's from the Nvidia service. Because Nvidia was going to allow you to play like your entire Steam library like on the go from the cloud.
Okay, so that's what you're talking about. Okay, I thought you were talking about like Dead Island being pushed back indefinitely, and
oh, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, that got pushed back indefinitely. And what was the other game? Was it SpongeBob? SpongeBob got pushed.
It was.
Yeah, SpongeBob got pushed back.
I'm gonna be missing that SpongeBob though.
Yo, that SpongeBob was legit. Oh, that got pushed back. And it was another game that was pushed back. It was Dead Island and something else. God.
Yeah, I had no idea. I didn't know about that.
That's crazy. But yeah, that's pretty wild. I did not know that, the one you were talking about. So you said they were on the Steam market, you said they got pushed back, or
no, it was they pulled their titles, and I don't know if it's Nvidia. I can't remember the card, but there's whoever makes GeForce. They were going to have like this cloud service, kind of like Google Stadia.
Okay.
And you were going to be able to have like all of your Activision and Blizzard titles be able to play from the cloud, but Activision and Blizzard pulled out.
Okay.
Like their entire library. And we were talking about like WoW and StarCraft.
No, I didn't know about.
Okay.
I didn't know about that.
So it's probably a money thing. You think streaming's probably taking away a lot of that money.
Well, you got to think about like the streaming services. There's a streaming service for every company now, which if you mark down in a note, you'll see you're not really saving any money after the amount of subscriptions that you have.
Yeah, and we actually have that topic for the last one about that. But yeah, so Ubisoft is releasing 5 new triple title games, including Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and maybe Splinter Cell, and new IPs.
Are they gonna be finished?
See, yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, Ubisoft has been slacking on some of their games.
Slacking?
Yeah,
that's being nice.
I don't know, man. That new Tom Clancy's was that was bad. I think that was rushed.
I loaded into that game.
What was that, Breakpoint or something? What was that game?
It was Breakpoint. I loaded into that game. got into the story, and my character fell through the ground. And I sat at the screen, and I'm like, I just wasted $40 on this shit, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't give them money anymore. The last game that I bought from Ubisoft, kind of even, it was like pulling teeth because it was on super sale. Was that Rabbids game? Because everybody's like, oh, it's like that RTS that everybody loves.
The Rabbids games are low key fire though. I'm not even gonna. Mario Rabbids is
Wait,
fun
that
as
game,
shit.
it was great, but I couldn't see myself going back to it.
Raven Rabbids had a RTS real-time strategy game.
Yeah,
it's Mario and Rabbids.
It's high key fun as shit. But the puzzles will make you want to knock your family out though.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
never wanted
it's a challenging title.
I never wanted to fight more in my life than playing that game. I'll stream that game for your amusement. How about I do that?
That would be a good one.
That would be wild.
Especially if you rage a little bit. Yeah.
Bro, the puzzles will have you start here, then here, then back here, just to come right back here. And you're just like, what the fuck did I just do?
No good.
It's a fun game though. It really
It
is. Until you get to a puzzle.
Yeah,
Right.
10 out of 10 recommend until you get to a puzzle.
Right. And I was so Watch Dogs 3 is supposed to be coming out too for Ubisoft with the whole you could be any character in the
I feel
world
like
kind of thing.
They pushed that back for new consoles. They're not going to tell me that shit was going to come out ready for a current gen console right now. Even the Xbox X. No, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know about that one, dog. You're not going to fool me with that one.
Yeah, I mean, Watch Dogs 1 was an embarrassment, but Watch Dogs 2 was a major improvement. But now that they're getting away from it and talking about any character, that just sounds like a disaster, bro. Any character in the game.
You said Watch Dogs 1 was bad?
Watch Dogs 1 was not bad. It wasn't bad. It was ass.
Hold up, no.
It was ass.
I'm saying,
Really?
from everyone's standpoint, it was bad. I thought it was okay,
I thought it was
but
ass.
a lot of people didn't like it. And I didn't
I
think
never got around to playing it, but I heard nothing but good things. This is the first bad stuff that I'm hearing about.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
yeah. A lot of people, well, I don't know. Maybe, okay.
Who is your sources?
No, it got good reviews from my I'm old, so I might have forgot. I might have just swiped from my memory. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, old man. I thought I was old.
All right, I can't see the Metacritics right now for it, but yo, I just heard a lot of bad things about it, and I didn't think that Watch Dogs 2 was going to get made because of Watch Dogs 1 being that bad. Like, I can't look at the Metacritics right now. I don't know if you guys
I had a lot of fun
look around.
playing. I had a lot of fun playing Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah, that game was absolutely amazing, man. The freaking
still some unnecessary shit.
right.
It's got an 80. The first Watch Dogs has an 80 on Metacritic.
It got an 80.
It has an 80. And then Watch Dogs 2,
Okay.
it's got an 82%.
All right. So yeah, Watch Dogs 2
What
is
game are
good.
you guys playing?
All right, hold on. But for the user review though, I got a 6.4. So Metacritic gave it an 80, but it gave it a 6.4 for
Oh, you're
user.
talking user score. Okay, fair.
Well, 3,000. All right. So I was just saying people were saying it's bad, but the critics definitely liked it. It seemed so that's dope. Like I said, I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay for what it was. You know what I mean? But Watch Dogs 2 blew it out the water, definitely. Now for Watch Dogs 3, for them talking about you can be any character, you know, it just sounds like a disaster because like Watch Dogs 1 had a lot of bugs. And it didn't,
I mean, it's a Ubisoft game. You just expect that.
Definitely. And it's just like, you know, just hearing that. And I think they did push it back, sadly. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. They're putting the always online for that one and multiplayer heavy for that one.
I feel like that's just asking. That's asking for problems.
Yeah.
That's asking for And especially if they're so adamant about sticking to their timelines.
Yeah.
Because that's what it feels like. To be 100% honest with you, the reason why these games come out unfinished is because they adhere to that timeline. Am I wrong? Do they like push stuff back a lot?
Yeah, they definitely do push things back.
Which makes that even worse then.
Yeah.
They push back Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and as a huge Assassin's Creed fan, I did not have fun playing Assassin's Creed. Honestly,
Look,
I felt like it
Really?
was. I felt like sure. Like I felt like I had to play it because I played all the other ones. And let me tell you something. I had fun playing all the other ones.
so
Like if you go back and think about it now, you would not have fun playing the first Assassin's Creed because I remember when Assassin's Creed came out on Xbox 360 when we were all still getting used to those new consoles and mini maps and all that other stuff. And you got to that certain point in Assassin's Creed, you couldn't even figure out where to go because you were too slow to open your map to figure out that there was still secret viewpoints you never synchronized to. And then you got to go back and refine it because the game never told you that. Now, I'm not saying the game should tell you everything. It's nice to figure out certain stuff, but for a simp back, you weren't really you and I both know you was like, man, fuck this game. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where to go. Assassin's Creed was a game before its time, but
I agree.
Still welcome. It's still very welcome.
When I first booted up Assassin's Creed, I just remember being so taken aback because I was anticipating like, older times. I wasn't anticipating all this modern stuff.
Yeah, I
And
wasn't
it
anticipating
took me a
that.
second to like shift my brain almost because
Right.
it just was like so it came out of left field for me because
definitely.
I'm the type of person when I'm excited about a game I try not to spoil it for myself.
Of course.
Definitely.
I try not to. So I went in completely blind, and then when I saw this computer monitor, I was like, "Why is there a computer? I'm supposed to have this thing come up and stabby and run and fly. What is going on?"
Yeah, I thought I was just an assassin in that modern. I felt that's what made the game unique, but that's what also made me like, fuck. Because when the second one came out, I was sure hope I ain't in that dumbass computer again. And then when
Right.
I was in the damn Animus again. I said, mother. Then the third one came out, Brotherhood. I was all like, I said, okay, no computer. As soon as I boot up the game, load into the Animus. I'm like, and the computer is back.
Yeah.
But I've beaten every Assassin's Creed except Rogue Remastered. So I do need to play that one, but I've beaten every Assassin's Creed. And it's just, video games make you think. They do. They
Yeah.
make you think.
Yeah, I think I'm good with the Assassin's Creed. I think they need to skip a year. They need to skip just.
Well, they have. Assassin's Creed didn't come out last year. They skipped.
Wait, stop. You mean Origin and Odyssey? Wait, I think Odyssey came out the
Nah,
next year after.
We didn't have an Assassin's Creed last year. This October that just passed, we didn't have one that came out. We did not have an Assassin's Creed.
No.
So when did Odyssey come out or
Year
Origins?
before. Should have been a year before.
So 2018. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't have an Assassin's Creed this turning point. Trust me.
Well, that's terrible because for me to think that it came out every single year, that means we need a
It
break.
did. It was like Call of Duty.
Because
Assassin's Creed release date was always end of October.
yeah, because Odyssey and Origins didn't really seem like, I don't know, it didn't really seem like it changed much. At least like how it was like leveling up wise and all that. Like it seemed like it was kind of the same game, just
Yeah,
really in a
that
different settings.
changed. Yeah.
Yeah, but like Black Flag from like Assassin's Creed 3, that was definitely
That was my favorite.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite Assassin's Creed.
that's definitely different. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like Ubisoft let them drop these games, but like, hopefully, like Drew said, just finish them.
Ubisoft, finish them. Finish your game.
Finish them.
Okay. I know I'm
Finish
nobody
'em.
on your radar right now, but as somebody that loves video games, finish your games.
Yo,
all I gotta say.
you just gotta show the Ubisoft games, Drew, and just put the finish him sound.
Finish your game.
Finish him. All right,
Finish
so
your game.
we have the last topic of the podcast.
All right.
We have Microsoft saying that their main competition is Google and Amazon. What do you think about that?
I said,
That's a
riddle me
heavy
this,
statement.
Phil. Riddle me this, Phil. I need to know why they think that.
Now I would need to do some research into why they would make this statement. So my only educated guess is obviously Amazon is the elephant in the room. Like everybody's watching what Amazon's doing because they got money. Like
Right.
they could print money. as far as Google's concerned, with Stadia being, as from my understanding, positively received, like that
Shockingly.
should be on everybody's radar. Like the fact that they could make an acceptable version of a game and you could run it from anywhere on any device and play it almost seamlessly at this point. Finally, after all these years of talking about cloud gaming, that should be on a lot of people's radar.
Right. Well, the fact that no one is even buying a Stadia, because like it's I feel like it's overhyped. It's overhyped, and the way how Microsoft already has it down to where we talked about this, I think one of these podcasts, how Microsoft has already from the rip had that cloud support going on, like from the beginning of the Xbox One. They've been working on their project for a while now, and PlayStation, Sony, they started with PlayStation Now, but like they weren't on the way of downloading their actual games until like maybe like 3 years ago or 2 years ago. And it's like now you finally could download the game instead of streaming the game off their system. So like their backward compatibility support is not even nowhere near Microsoft on how many games they can do. So that's
Hell no.
Yeah, that's off the rip. But like the way how Stadia is going to be, it's not touching how many capabilities Microsoft's Project Cloud is even at. If you're in the beta form already, you could play Xbox games on your phone, right? And it's seamless. I have the beta form on my phone. You just need a Bluetooth controller. Now, yeah, and it has the dashboard. It has the achievements. You could play Forza Horizon 4 or 5 on your phone, like right now. It's crazy. And it's like, it works well. You just need good Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I can see why they're saying that Amazon or Google is their competition, because Sony is nowhere doing that. They have PS4 remote play, but your console has to be on. With the cloud project, your Xbox doesn't have to be on. You can play it at your job. You just have to have good Wi-Fi.
See, and I think that's killer. That's killer, because I did have some experience with the PS4 remote play, because when I was playing my my God of War playthrough when I still had my PS4, it was really nice to be able to play it at work on my break and stuff. Granted, there was some, trade-offs there, like the latency. My machine had to be on, burning through all that power. So the fact that they actually have an environment where you can play it without it being on is really exciting.
Yeah, it's insane, man. It picks up your whole game library for at least the games that are supported to work on there. And it's really accurate, And for them to do that, and for Sony not to do that, Nintendo's not worried about anything. Nintendo's in their own lane.
Nintendo,
and that's how they always been. They're always been in their own lane.
Nintendo don't give a shit what you're doing. Nintendo will just be like, "Hey guys, GameCube emulator on your Nintendo Switch, goodbye." But Raz is right though. That's what I do love about Nintendo. They can do whatever they want when they want, and they've never really been in the war pattern.
Yeah.
So
they've always been in their own way.
The GameCube, they kind of stepped away from that. To be honest, they're just like, we're gonna have these IPs that you're going to love. They're going to be very familiar characters, and we're gonna make great games for you.
Thanks for the Reggie on that one.
On the cloud side of things, in Japan, you can play Resident Evil 7 in the cloud on your Switch.
Right.
That's how you play it. So I think they're toying with the idea, but like you said, I think Nintendo's on their own path. I don't think they're gonna tread down like hardcore like the others for sure.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah, Microsoft is trying to see the big picture here. I feel like, Phil Spencer, they're all trying to be ahead of the game, which they've been, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like in a sense they're going to keep pushing that streaming stuff. They keep saying this is going to be the last year of consoles, of the whole physical copy thing, but I feel like it's going to be a couple more years still. But
it is.
Yeah,
it is. Because you have to get so many people on board of that.
Yeah.
Until they self-destruct GameStop, that's all.
Man, it says self-destruct. They already did. Think Geek already bought basically GameStop. It's all just clothing. It's Hot Topic game stuff. You go in there, it's barely games, man.
I tell
It's
everybody
clothes.
because everyone's all like, "Do you still shop at GameStop?" I'm like, "Yeah, for my Funko Pops." That's it.
There you go.
Man.
You want a good collectible? You go to GameStop now. I remember back in the day, you used to go to GameStop for your games. Like that's
Yeah.
really where you used to go. That's all you were finding GameStop is games. You can go to GameStop now and buy a Huntsman keyboard. Fuck, I'm dumb as hell.
Oh, the
Shit, I
Razer,
didn't think
right?
of that. Damn.
Yeah.
You just had a brain fart. It's okay. We
Brains
can talk for a while.
brains on drugs.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, man.
It's your brain on drugs.
It's scary.
It's crazy. It's crazy what GameStop used to be compared to what's now. I'm not saying that's a bad. I'm just saying that just goes to show you how things change.
They're trying to
Yeah,
change
man.
change their approach on certain things, and I don't get it. But it's neither here nor there. I like rarely go to GameStop anymore for games. I was very fortunate to find a really good deal on Katamari Damacy Reroll though. It's like
Ooh,
$10
Katamari.
cheaper a physical copy than it was
God
on the
dang.
eShop. So
I tell
I haven't heard that game in
everybody.
a while.
I tell everybody I'm just waiting for buy 5, get 5 Funko Pops for free. That's when I'm like, we're going to GameStop, baby. Phew, that's when I'm at. That's it. That's all I'm waiting for. Other than that, could care less. All I'm waiting for. All I'm
man.
waiting for.
And the one thing I just forgot about even saying, dude, the Game Pass. The Game Pass for Microsoft is just blowing
my
up.
gosh. So
I forgot
man, I
about
have such
that,
a
man.
positive experience with Game Pass.
It's-
So
yeah,
I
super
never
dominant.
used it. I'd never used it. And I took advantage of their free 30-day trial thing, and I like canceled it right away. So for like $1, I was able to have my
Yeah.
playthrough or partial playthrough of Outer Worlds before Pokemon came out.
Right.
Because at the time I couldn't drop the $60 for the game, even though I wanted to. Plus, I was hesitant to because I knew it was coming out for the Switch. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So it afforded me the ability to experience that game. And let me tell you, I love me some Outer Worlds. So kudos to the
yeah.
Game Pass.
Outer Worlds, man, that was 9
Yeah,
out
that
of
was
10
it.
for me, bro.
was a huge
That was
W.
last year for sure. That game was amazing, dude.
Shit,
Obsidian.
I still ain't started that game yet.
Oh, it's so
Oh,
good,
it's
dude.
so amazing. They're about to
You
drop
have to
DLC
play
for it too, man. I want to play that again.
They
Believe it
dropped
or not,
DLC
man,
for
I've
it?
been beating it.
They're about to.
Oh, I hope they drop it and the Switch version.
Where that would be dope too. That's crazy that
I
Switch
wanna
is
play
getting it. See, that's what I'm saying. If that was the only console to have, bro, I would be all game for it, bro.
You just got to be patient, right? Because like,
Yeah.
especially if you're on a budget, especially if you have a family and you want to play all these bigger titles,
Yeah.
a lot of them do end up coming to the Switch. Gameplay. They put Witcher on
Yeah.
that thing. They put Witcher
That's
3,
that was wild. Yeah.
and it runs all right. It doesn't look the best. Don't get me wrong. It looks pretty poopy, but
Right.
it gets the job done.
But it's on there.
Hmm?
And that's fire, man. That's pretty
Yeah.
dope. But yeah, Microsoft definitely they're on the upper hand. It's basically them up there. But Stadia, I don't think Microsoft has to worry about Stadia. You can worry about their technology, maybe that. You know how they're
I
doing
think
it.
they're more so worried about that
Yeah.
than anything, because
Yeah.
the thing, that's been the holdup this entire time of cloud gaming, right?
Yeah.
Like the infrastructure
Mhm.
hasn't been there to support the wireless games
Yeah.
or the cloud gaming. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. The tech is probably something they're probably looking forward to see because Google, once again, like you said, they have the money. They have the money, more money than Microsoft at this point, and it's like
Oh,
you
yeah.
know they can definitely support that. But yeah, I feel like they're on the right step for sure. They're bodying, you know. Hopefully, PlayStation drops their compatibility. Is this going to be the year though? That you buy these consoles, Drew? Are you buying the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One X series?
No, I just don't have time.
Right.
I don't have time to be 100% honest with you. I just
Right.
don't. Like the only console that I would drop money on is an updated or a pro version of the Switch, to be 100% honest with you.
My man, Drew.
Because if I ended up investing in either one of the consoles, they'd literally just sit there and collect dust. Like as much as I want them, as much as I want to share those experiences with my peers and like talk about the games and stuff. I mean, that's why I got you guys, right? I can just chill with you guys and watch you guys play them.
We're
Well,
definitely
there
here,
we go.
man.
I mean,
Ain't
I
nothing wrong with
definitely
that
understand that.
at all, man. The Switch is a great console, man, for sure. Yeah, well, that's That's all I got here. Unless you guys want to chime in. Drew, do you have any other topics you want to mention? Anything before we close up?
No, man, this was perfect. Thank you guys so much for having me. It was a lot of fun.
This was really dope. This was 2 hours and 30 minutes. God dang. We have not. This is definitely the longest podcast we've ever done.
If I can say one thing, you know, I'm glad that we actually are bringing on guests, and I love Nexus. I love Dr. Tales. Alphalita was great, but I'm just gonna let it be known that Drew was the best motherfucking guest to have on here, because number one, he's relatable. Number two, he actually asked questions. Number three, he jumped into the conversation. Everything was on point. I know everybody's different, so everybody reacts and does things differently. I understand that. But that, I had fun in. I had fun I had fun talking to Drew. And he has a beard. He has a beard. So.
It was pretty dope, and that is exactly why I wanted to bring him on here, yo. Like, I knew he was really great as a streamer, and he's a great Twitch friend, definitely, man. Freaking, as soon as he pulled up the Streamlabs, immediately had it ready. I was like, yeah, that's pretty much it. But like, yeah, that's pretty dope, man. It was definitely fun having you here, man.
Thank you.
Do you want to shout out any of your links, man? Can any of the aliens, the legions, or everyone that knows you, do you have your links?
Yeah, absolutely. Find me a link tree, but truthfully, if you type in DrewBearded on Google, I'm literally the first page. So you could follow me everywhere that way. I tested that today. I was really proud of that. But I've aligned the handles since about the latter half of last year. So, and I'm really, really proud of that fact. The fact that you can literally type in DrewBearded and find me. So yeah, please do stop on by, say hello. I'd love to meet you, all you aliens, and all you peeps. All you Legion, is that what you call your peeps?
Get it the fuck correct.
The Legion.
The Legion.
Before you speak its name.
I'm sorry. I just want to make sure. That's what I'm asking. I'm asking to be educated. How are you going to hate on me trying to learn your damn name?
The air you breathe is
Facts.
When you go to sleep tonight and you lay next to your wife, she will probably tell you she is Legion. So you need to understand that.
Heard it.
You, everyone. I'm just saying, special shout out to my boy. When he gave me that quote, I said, "You're hired." You're hired. You ever see Deadpool 2 where Phil, he was like, "I don't know why I'm here, but the ad looked cool," and Deadpool's like, "You're hired." That's how I was. He just laid it out. He said, "What do you think of this as the quote?" Now I was like, this is kind of trademark because you're kind of stealing this from Venom, but I like what you're doing here. And I said, "You're hired."
That's solid.
I do.
Solid.
I love it. I can't come up with it.
Well,
I try my hardest, but
that is legendary, man.
I'm one guy.
You guys heard it first, man. DrewBearded, man. He is amazing, a legendary streamer, man. His community is so nice, man. He is welcoming. Definitely check him out in his streams, man. We aliens are definitely going to have to go back up there again with these raids, man. I appreciate everything you do for us, man, and just being a great Twitch friend. Definitely, bro. For sure, man. You guys, that was the wrap for episode 8. I hope you guys enjoyed. You guys were amazing. We will see you guys next Sunday. We have two more episodes left. We'll see if there's more special guests for the 2 ones left. But you guys, we will see you next Sunday.
Bye, Beardies.
Bye.